shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear. Let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line. Hit the edge, crossing line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the crown. Make your move now, make it count now. Here we call me from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane. One shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in. No fear, let it spin. Count down, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the crown. Make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane. One shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear. Let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line. Hit the edge, crossing line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, crossing line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the crown. Make your move now, make it count now. Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear.
मतलब गैरत लोगों के बीच आ गई मैं तो टावल की बात कर रहे हैं मेरे सामने लड़की बैठी है फिर भी देख नहीं रहे मैं वही बोलूंगा Oh, welcome everybody into the MS3 Mythic Showdown Season 3 powered by Wardrum Games. Here right now, gonna watch out 1-1 Swiss stage. Yep, the 1-1 stage, the 1-1 bracket, whatever you can call it. The game number 2 of the night because the first game, it got forfeited by Yellowstone, so a free win goes to the side of Azalea Bloom. They got into the 1-2 bracket right now. And now we'll be heading forward for the first game of the 1-1 bracket. That will be between Team Noctura Esports versus Team 9 Heavens. And it will be as easy with Fredo around me. So let's see how it goes.
Hello. Sorry for the slight issue with the camera. I'm back. And yeah, best is it's going to be another very interesting match. 9 Heavens have definitely been a strong contender of heading towards the next stage, but I think overall the way the impression has been of this team, there could be literally there could definitely be more improvement in the way that they have been playing. The synergy is not looking up to the mark as compared to the other teams. So that's why I feel like this match is another one of those matches where they have to prove that they can improve, they can adapt, and they can overcome. So that's why I believe that this match is going to be really important for the side of 9 Heavens especially. But what are your thoughts?
I think same as well, because if you lose this game, you will be on the verge of elimination. You'll go towards that 1-2 bracket, and that BO1 BO3 will decide your fate to be into the Mythic Showdown or not, because we already have our first elimination, that is Yellowstone, who couldn't manage to go forward towards the Mythic Showdown Swiss stage. While yesterday an upset happened, I believe today also we might gonna see it, because Noctura Esports, they have been known into the scene. Sadly, they were not in the MLMs, but still they are into the scene. Serar Moon is a well-known, jungler of our community. So do Mirio joining them as well from the EXP lane. So I believe like that Mirio buff might let them win more games in this upcoming Mythic Showdown League stage or Swiss stage. But to get into the league stage, they need to qualify the Swiss stage first, and for that, they need to defeat 9 Heavens. So do 9 Heavens will try their best to maintain the aura they have. They already been there in the elite leaderboard, and right now also they gonna prove themselves here. I mean, this team have been there sulking around for like more than 5 to 6 months, but they were not being active, so much active into the scene. They recently got active when Mythic Showdown Season 3 got announced. So I believe, like, in those 5 to 6 months, they might be, practicing much and much for proving themselves onto the big stage like Mythic Showdown Season 3. I believe they will have a great day today.
Definitely. I also feel like both the teams have a lot to prove, like I already said. But before we head into the draft as well, I'm still curious to know what is the kind of draft that we'll be looking at tonight. Are there going to be more of the support meta? It seems like support meta is kind of coming in, slowly but surely. We're going to tend more towards looking at the support into the roam section instead of the tank usually. But even then, because of the goal lane that shows up, sometimes the tanks are becoming very, very crucial as well. And
Yeah.
considering how Dash heroes have always been one of the strongest, I would say, threats for the back lines. Recently, I mean, the way Paquito has been able to, diminish everyone in the EXP lane and going to the back lines and hunt down the other, the goal laners and the mid laners, creating problems for that. I feel like the guard is one of those options that is always so strong in the current patch. The guard is one of the best mid laners, and even though I never really thought a day will come when guard will become so overused, but finally the time is here to accept that guard is the best mid laner right now in terms of lane clear. I'll say even the damage is also very very good. At the same time, it
Mm.
provides a lot of I'll say control as well over the map because you can just use the bouncing ball to check bushes. So that's why I feel like God is one of the strongest picks in the mid lane. Any team that can
Strongest
get
range.
yep, any team that can get their hands on the God is definitely going to have an easier time in the mid lane duo.
And when you mix that thing with a Marshall's golden hour, it really becomes a very effective, set into the game. So that's why, like, nowadays we're seeing Marshall's first pick from a lot of roamers, and with this they add this projectile Mystic Gush. But apart from it, today I really watch a lot of games in which I'm seeing the support coming into the mid lane, like Matilda, Rafaela being played into the mid lane. So it might be a thing here today as well, but I'm not sure. I'm definitely not sure about it. Like it will be followed here or not, but it is actually working because that Matilda is not only giving out those support by taking them out from guiding winds, but also it is having the damage with the help of Suckling Eagle. Not like the old Matilda, I mean the assassin Matilda, but still it's kind of working in the scene. And talking about Rafaela, the passive will resurrect you before the cooldown. So yeah, that's worked so well. But Angela, Florin, it's right now not into the scene for mid lane. They can utilize into the roam, but not properly into the mid lane because of the they do have the mana buff, but still the cooldown onto the skills are not so less right now, so you can't use it into the mid. And apart from it, into the EXP, let's talk about it like Mirio, what heroes he can prioritize for himself. The Alot will be open. Maybe you're gonna see a Sora in his hand, or he might gonna go for something into the setup like Alice or maybe a Yuzong. I'm not sure about it, what he will prioritize, but I'm definitely sure about one thing that he will be playing aggressive today with against Nine Heavens because that's what Mirio's gameplay rotates around.
Yep. Along with that, I would also like to talk about how Serar Moon has been one of the top junglers in India for a long time, but suddenly after I would say after MS2, everything has changed for him entirely. His teammates have changed. He has changed multiple lineups, but he has stuck around with Noctura for quite some time. Even though the team of Noctura itself is also kind of changing, but it's around him. He's still the jungler, and I feel like the thing, the Noctura are kind of putting trust on this guy that he can perform because he has been one of the strongest junglers. Like I said, he was the one who was
I
around
mean,
when Ethers versus ABM thing happened.
Fredo,
And,
he had been the champion of MS1, so yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like he has been here since day one because everyone knows that the entire community kind of blew up at from the ABM versus Eliminators moment, and that is
Hmm.
exactly where Serrar Moon was the jungler of Eliminators, and that's
Yeah.
the reason he was the champion of MS1. But after that, he got left out, but he was still there in the top three, four teams, I would say. Right now,
Yep.
though, he cannot be counted as the even the top five because there's
Hmm.
Rare, there's Van, there's Jay, and there's so many more. But I think this
Joseph.
tournament, even oh my God, how can I forget Joseph? So there's so many junglers out there who are so good right now, and that's why I think Sarar Moon has been kind of becoming forgotten. But I think this is a tournament where he can make a mark. He can kind of remind people what he's made of, and of course, this match is a very interesting one where we can see Sarar Moon in the limelight once again because they're up against a very good team as well. Nine Heavens on the other side. Noctura are always, of course, the favorites because they are among the top teams among the Mythic leaderboard. Meanwhile, Nine Heavens, let's see if they can perform against their counterparts tonight. What do you think, STZ? Looking at the draft, do you think
I
Noctura
think.
does chance?
Yep. Hmm. I mean, interesting bands are coming in, Fredo. Here, you can watch out these bands like the Kai and the Paquito. But from this side also, they're gonna ban out the Freya. And Akai Paquito is really concentrated towards Serrar Moon picks. He loves to play those utility, so that might be the reason they want to go for those bans here. And the third ban is about to come in. It might be onto the Fedrin, who knows? Like Serrar loves to play the Fedrin as well. But his heroes are in the meta right now. Fedrin, Bakshia, Suyu, Nolan as well. You can also go with the Nolan jungle. We're not sure that he will prioritize it as or not into the third ban. They are not banning the Marshall here, then there might be a chance that Nine Heaven's gonna go for the Marshall pick. Even the Jushin is open. Okay, the Marshall got banned. The Jushin might be the last ban from Noctura.
Yeah, I also feel like the Zushin could be another band coming in here because first pick Zushin is always the thing to go for. Nine Heavens can definitely pick up the Zushin and kind of pull the draft in their favor. At the same time, Zetian is also another option that remains open. And along with that, do not forget the Gord, the best pick in the mid lane right now, which can completely change the entire game plan for any side. And that's the reason why Gord is going to be a crucial pick as well. I think God will be a contested pick. Let's see if Noctura is deciding to give away the God or will Nine Heavens pick up the God as the first pick or not. At the same time, Zetian, Zushin still remain open. And
I think it's a Claude.
Yeah, even the Claude could be a very good first pick
Yeah.
actually. Claude is very good first pick. But yeah, I think the Claude definitely needs to be. You need to build up on that first pick because Claude is not the kind of hero that actually wins out individually. He needs the team as well to work with, and that's why I feel like going for the God here could be a good choice. Hey, take a look at that. They have banned out the Eve here. I think they might be going in for a high loss or something. The side of Noctura.
Okay, Mobius. That's a nice pick, I'll say. I mean, some kind of insured pick that the Harith will not be there on the top. I mean, on the side of Team Noctura Esports. But now Jushin was open, so did the Baksha. I told you, this guy loves to play that Baksha and Fredrin, and you're just giving him without any. I mean, you could have prioritized the Jushin for your side so that you could have counter his Baksha, but no. You just gave it into the hand of Sarar Moon, and now also Invoker will be there onto this Jushin. And from this side, okay, okay. That's kind of a nasty pick, I'll say, but will you? I mean, do you think will it gonna work against the Baksha? I mean, Joy could have been a better pick, I think so.
I think so too. I think the main reason why this Fanny has been picked has been just to counter the Zushin out there. Because in the team fights, I think Zushin will be the one who will be creating problems here for the Phobias. And that's the only reason why I feel like the Zushin has, I mean, the Fanny has been picked here to counter the Zushin. Other than that, Moscow pick coming in, a very good pick, especially against the Fanny. The Moscow works really well. So I feel like the Moscow is a very good one here. Other than that, the overall draft, I feel like Nine Heavens definitely have to pick up the Matilda here if possible. Matilda will be a very good pick for them, especially because the Phobias is also there, right? The front lining will be there. The escape that the Phobias needs will be there. The Phobias can sustain much more in the team fight. Along with that, now though, the mid lane is something that remains open here for 9 Heavens. They have banned out the Lilia. Interesting choice, but I would have always preferred to ban out the Guard here. The Guard does not
Yeah.
feel like a big threat, but once it just it just is able to get some snowball, you cannot really reach him anymore because he just has to press his skills and go back. That's all he has to do. And that's the reason why maintaining positioning with Guard is so much easier than other mages.
Let's see how it goes. Spam onto the Moscow. The Lilia got banned here as well. But as you mentioned about the Fanny for the Jushin thing, I literally don't like this because you could have tried a Valir in place of that Jushin into the mid. And I mean, in place of that Fanny into the mid. So Fanny coming in here is really an early pick, I'll say, because they're yet to pick their Aroma, and the Moscow is kind of counter for the Fanny as well into the late phase of the game. A Spirit of Misery can actually hook her down into the walls. And so they can also try right now, maybe the Atlas or something, full of crowd control so that Fanny will get a lot of stuns, a lot of taunts from the roamers. But into the ban list, we're gonna add that at last. Okay, that's a nice ban. I mean, they're respecting out, they're giving the comfort towards the Fanny. The glue being taken out as well. They might gonna ban out the, maybe gonna ban the Kufra as well if they really want this Fanny to shine. But Kufra is a very rationalized pick into this meta. We don't see it much. But other than Kufra, I believe Pickoff should get banned here. Kaja could be a good pick.
Yeah. If Kaza gets banned out here, I don't think there are too many options remaining here for Noctura to try and counter this Fanny here. Except for maybe the Chow, the Franco, I think those can be used, but those are not the kind of heroes that show up too often in the Indian scene. But okay, I did say that the Yin ban is probably because of the Hylos pick, and there it shows up here. The Hylos and Zushin are going to be the mid laners. Now, the side of 9 Heavens have to pick up their mid duo. I feel like here they can go for
Valir. I'll say Valir is the best thing you should go for.
I think a Valir and Matilda could do very well. Yeah, a Valir and Matilda could really
if they want to go for like support, but still, do you think support will gonna work? You need the sustain, man.
I think the side of 9 Heavens, I know you do need sustain, but if you have mobility and if you can run away before you get bursted down, I think that could work as well. They already have a lot of mobility. They have the Claude, they have the Fanny, Valir shows up, and now if it is the Matilda, then even the Phobias can escape, right? So that's the reason. But no, they go with.
They want to go for the aggressiveness or the early game kind of thing, invasive. But I'm not sure that it's gonna work here properly or not, because let's see though. Last pick. What do you think? Last pick. EXP Phobias Arlot.
It could be anything, but the only reason why I'm not liking this Khalid pick is because there's a Zushin on the other side. You are not going to be able to dominate like you think you can with this kind of Khalid and Valir lineup. It's very aggressive in the early game, but they also have a Hylos and a Zushin. And the Hylos kind of covers the ground for itself, and Zushin, all she has to do is just keep poking the Khalid, and Khalid, meanwhile, will be taking damage from both the Hylos and the Zushin. So that's the reason why I don't really like this Khalid pick here. But let's see what happens here. 9 Heavens, their choice is their call. They feel more comfortable. They feel more confident in this Khalid pick. Lapu showing up to finish off the draft. And the draft's being locked in here. STV, what do you think?
I think it's gonna get work a lot good for this side of team Noctura Esports, because they are onto the comfort. Sararmun onto the Bakshia, Fam going for this Moscow pick. If the game approaches late, then it will be a little bit harder for Team 9 Heavens to make their comeback. But let's see if 9 Heavens can give us the second upset at Mythic Showdown Season 3. Just like last day, we saw it from Shadow Esports. So it can be happening. I mean, we're not sure about it. It's maybe we're not done yet. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Land of Dawn for the game number 1. Actually, the game number 2, but it's the game number 1 for the stream today. Because, Yellowstone, they forfeited from Mythic Showdown Season 3 and they got knocked out as well. Because they were on the 0-2 bracket. And as Bloom, they're yet ready to go on for the next bracket. But right now, this will be the game between 9 Heaven versus Noctura Esports. Not a elimination game though, but still, whoever lose will be a little bit step closer towards that elimination. and whoever wins, they will be in the safer zone. So let's see, guys. It's a great start. You're gonna see the zone out. Gonna take out invasion or the lava golem. But nowadays, Fredo, the side creep rotation. Do you think it's the best rotation? Because this rotation really giving a lot of invasion, potential towards the opponent side.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it creates a lot of opportunities to work around with. But inside in the mid lane, oh my God, so much damage there. Like I said, Khalid getting punished early on. That's what you get when you're playing on a Khalid against a Zushin and Hylos. I've seen it a lot of times to not worry about it because the Khalid, it is strong in the early game, but against the Hylos and the Zushin, you cannot really make it work. It's very, very difficult. Meanwhile, Kalos here missing out on a couple of cables, running out of energy as well. Seems like it's going to be very, very difficult for him to use. But it also seems like there could be more that can be done here actually, especially because the way the game is progressing, the side of Noctura have complete control over the river area. There is literally no space for Nine Heavens to work with here.
Let's see what will be happening right now. They're going for the fight though. The zone coming in. Oh, look at the Fanny. Oh, he managed to go back. Flicker comes in. Saramran goes in as well. That is a beautiful knock-on coming in. It does have the Infernal posted on the 3 members. They're not going to get the engage there. Total. Let's see. It's getting started though.
Yep. Turtles getting started here, especially okay, from the side of the Heavens right now. And it's looking very, very good here. But take a look at this team fight which is about to break out. Kalos going down first, and it is going to be in the hands of the Lapu. Lemonade arriving as well, zoning out the members. Nine Heavens started a turtle first, but they lose their jungler and the turtle. Oh my God.
Yeah, heavy trade for Noctura Esports. Literally started so well. Taking out the trade on the jungler and then get the turtle because the victory holder of the opponent's side is not available right on the mark. But now, let's see. This Khalid is playing aggressive but couldn't manage to turn it or convert it into a proper trade for his side. 2-0 the start is, and they have a turtle as well. So into the macro, neutral objective, they got 1, and into the scoreboard as well, they got 2. Fam gonna play safe. He'll be taking on the charge when the late game approaches. It's Baldudu and Ray who are thinking that Nine Heaven will have a chance. So let's see if they will prove them right or no. Oh, Fishman! Gonna get the final blow there. The first kill into the hand of Team Nine Heaven. But look at the score. It's 3-1.
Yes, and Nine Heavens able to make a little bit of a comeback, I would say, getting some kills across the board. And right now into the mid lane, though, in the river area, Super Shack's in trouble. Will get caught there by the Zushin. Invoker gets his first kill on the scoreboard. But now another fight breaking out here. A lot of wall spam happening from the Fanny. A lot of damage being done. Purple Haze falling down. Sarah Moon down as well. Pick up and throw down the enemies is what the Zushin will do. And the Lapu Lapu will finish them off with his blades here. And Diego Brando literally on 4 kills in the EXP lane. Noctura looking very, very strong here to take this game.
Let's see. 7-4-2. It was 3-4-1 and now it's 7-4-2. The score is getting rise and rise for Noctura side and even the goal lead as well. 2k. It's not a big deal, but still, if they manage to concentrate it into the mid phase and manage to increase it as well, so it will be a little bit harder for Team 9 Heavens to make their comeback. Second turtle is starting his way. The turtle dance. Kind of can reach out with the steel cables, but look at Purple Haze. He's not even there in the pit. Now he's joining it with a roller coaster ride. But at the same time, the Khalid is giving out the zone here properly. They're gonna get the turtle easily, I feel so. No contest. But look at Fanny. Will she gonna go for it? Okay, she wanna go for it, but she got a strumble there. Turtle easily got secured. Purple has got it with a retribution. Now it's 2-0 onto the turtle.
Yep, along with that, the goal lead as well is favoring very heavily to the side of Noctura. But can Lemonade escape here? A lot of damage coming in. Khalid committing in with the Raging Sandstorm. Along with that, a lot of damage being done here by Invoker as well. The Season Crimson Beacon right now. Super Sharks could be in trouble, already using up his ultimate to kind of immune the sustain and be able to sustain as well under the tower. But Invoker still going in. Oh my God! I did not expect Invoker to take that kill there.
That was really an overcommitment, but somehow he managed to finish it up with a kill trade. But that was really not needed. I mean, you're on a top score right now. You have a goal lead, proper goal lead. You are leading the game. Why do you go for that single kill? Like, I don't like it. You need to play a little bit disciplined in any way. If it's godlike or IQSC2L, after this trade, they could have managed to bring the match onto their way as well. So that's why I'm saying, like, a little bit disciplined. But on to the top side, look at it. BMI for the defense goes back. There's a Tornado coming in, zone out from Lemoner here. But at the same time, he's getting a Strumble. That's the knock on. Glorious pathway. Layered CC coming in as well. Propolis goes in for the tortoise positions. Invoker got the kill there. Revenge is happening. Gonna go for the invasion out of the blue bar. Before that, look at the Khalid. The Povius is engaging with the demonic charge here. And full pursuit comes in. Sadar got the blue. Now on the bot side. Gonna go for a lane clearance.
Yep, that seems to be the case here. They have to force the use out the flicker as well. The side of Noctura just constantly hovering over the jungle area of Nine Heavens, not allowing them to take anything on the map. Zero resources, choking down the rotations here. Nine Heavens really struggling to get anything across the map. Even the cross map pressure that the Fanny is trying to build, not really having any sort of problems here. They can easily deal with it. Another turtle coming up, and it seems like it's going to be another miss here. Nine Heavens will not be able to get their hands on this turtle, and another one will be going to be hands on Noctura. But for now, the only hope that Noctura have here is the Moskov, and even the Moskov is not really able to do anything.
Let's see.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, okay. You're gonna go for the Silk Level, but on the top side, Layer CC again, big huge. Claude goes down. This Tornado is trying to sustain here, but look at the Spear of Misery connecting on that wall. He pinned him down there. Gonna get the kill as well, fam. Getting the spike here. Gonna get the structure as well. But the Lord about to virgin in 90 seconds, and in this 90 seconds, they will try to open up the map for them. They will try to take down the mid tier and the top tier as well. Look at it. They're going for N. Valir gonna try to stun it down. SOD connected. Gonna go for the engage. Look at Fam. Invoker follow up as well. Superim goes down. 0-2 goes down as well as a slate happened from Invoker. LeFam still giving out the damage. Invoker with the Sky Piercer gonna get this double kill onto Fishman. That's a chance for them to make it a trade for 5. They got the mid tier 1. They're going for the mid tier 2, but sadly the cannon minion, it will get down there. Now they need to retaliate, but look at it. Another wave.
Oh my god. This time around, Fanny looking for something. Kalos, not enough damage on this Fanny right now to be able to do anything. The Lapu Lapu is really healthy, very tanky as well. There's literally not a single amount of damage that this Fanny can do, except for maybe taking down the enemy mid laner and the marksman. But even they are so ahead that it's literally so hard for Kalos here to try and do anything. The only course of action, retreat. Retreat. And my god, Kalos missing out on so many cables.
Let's see the glorious pathway coming in. Oh my goodness, that was a hefty blow. Because you can say they got the holy shield out from the inhibitor. And now when the Lord is approaching into the Land of Dawn, they will try to take it out as well. Look at the goal lead. It's concentrated. It got increased into almost 9k, which is actually a big economical wise lead. If Team 9 Heavens wants to recuperate this goal lead, they need to go for a proper wipeout. But now Fam is at 25% HP, managed to outplay the Fanny there. I told you it's a counter for the Fanny. Moscow pick. I mean, the Fanny pick was an early pick, Fredo. I always say this thing, like, no need to go for a Fanny pick in the early phase of the pick. You can try it in the second picking phase.
Definitely. I also agree with that because Fanny does, it does kind of depend on how the enemy lineup is as well, right? You cannot really execute the Fanny against every single lineup. And the lineup that the Noctura have kind of picked up here is going to work out really well against the Fanny. And along with that, the lack of damage here, which is showing up for 9 Heavens, the lack of farm, there's a lot of things that are lacking right now. But now they have to defend against this Lord, which is coming down the mid lane. And let's see if the side of 9 Heavens can defend this. Can they extend the game a bit longer? and wait for their MM, which is Suki here, to come online.
Let's see, Lord marching in. They're going to go for the attack. Engage happening on the mid. They open up the Nexus for them. Now the Nemesis is open, so they're going to go for the final push. Look at Fam. He's giving a lot of damage. BMI for the defense. Fanny goes in, but doesn't have the energy, doesn't have the snowball right now. It doesn't have the damage as well. That's beautiful BMI being used for the defense, but look at that. He goes in for the kill. British Spider used, pinned him down. Fishman falls down as well. Now they're locking down the base. In full pursuit, 5 men not gonna happen. We're making kill secure. 0 to goes down as well. They're locking down the crown, and it will get pierced. Infiltrator. Infiltration successful from the side of team Noctura Esports to get on the victory onto their head. What a win! What a start! What an end for the side of team Noctura. They are proceeding forward to the 2-1 bracket and knocking Team 9 Heavens out from the 1-1 bracket towards 1-2 bracket. A step closer to the elimination.
Definitely, it's not going to be easy at all for 9 Heavens to bounce back from there, but Noctura will have their way up tonight, and they will be, of course, heading into the 2-1 bracket. This was the 1-1 bracket match, and of course, they have won once, lost once, but now they've win again. And Seramun on the Bakshia, such a phenomenal performance. Very good rotations, very good choke points as well. Choking down enemy rotations, stealing some farm as well. A lot of advantage, a lot of information provided to the team. At the same time, the Lemonade on the Hylos as well, such an aggressive player, totally able to shut down the Khalid and choke down the mid lane rotation. But talking about the MVP, who should be the MVP here? What do you think?
Invoker. Oh no, it's Lemoner. Okay, 1015. 62,446 damage taken, while 20,000 damage he has been dealt as well. Kill participation of 80%, 556 gold per minute. But this is what I was waiting for. Look at the difference, Fredo. 6-4-4 onto the blue buff, 5-4-3 onto the red buff.
Yes.
This is really showing why the Fanny doesn't have the energy to fight more and doesn't have the damage to take on even the squishiest Moscow in a 1v1 fight at the bot.
Exactly. The Fanny was deprived of farm, literally starved here, not really able to get his hands on any of his own jungle because the Hylos and Bakshia were always zoning him out. And there is a Zushin who can catch him as well if he tries to fly in. Meanwhile, on your side, you have the Khalid who is having problems to go forward, who cannot provide space for you because there's always the Zushin who is going to create problems. That's the reason why I was saying, Ash, that even the Matilda could have done better here, but they decided to go with the Khalid, and the Zushin, completely countering the Khalid here, was able to provide a, I would say, flawless game here for Noctura.
Anything other than the Fanny, anything other than you can say, the Khalid would have been better here, I believe. Because if you really want to take on a Bakshia, I believe, you should go something with the true damage or proper magic penetration. You don't have the Harriet to play there. You already picked the Claude for your side. Then you're opting something else into the jungle that is a Fanny, which actually get a lot of strumble from this utility picks. And that's what happens here. But look at this, damage dealt and damage taken thing, in which you can see a lot amount of sustain has been done by the Khalid. So do by the, Phobius as well, but they couldn't manage to take on the game forward in this match so far. It's fine, just a lose. It's the second defeat for 9 Heavens, but if they will not try to win it out in the next game, they probably fall out. So, yeah. All the best for the next game, guys, because it will be very important for you all. And congratulations, Team Noctura, to get onto the 2-1 bracket. You're closer to the mark of getting into the league stage, in the next stage of Mythic Showdown Season 3, powered by Waterham Games. But guys, the giveaway is going on. You have the little task to do, the concurrent viewers, the concurrent watchers. So share the stream as much as you can to your friends, to your anybody who plays ML, who watches ML Esports. Do it as soon as possible. As well, like the stream, comment down whom you're supporting because the next game is about to come. Padhaku, Sena, yes guys, the champion of NCC is coming on to play on the next game. So be ready for it. And me and Fredo will be signing off for this game, but the new set of casters will be joining in to make things more power up.
Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane. One shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in. No fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Here we call me from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Count down, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Here we come from the dark, rise again, rise again. I won't break here, I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and sorry for a slight delay, but we are back again with the action. It is obviously the Mythic Showdown Season 3, and we're going to be going for another best of one series between none other than the recent NCC champions, Padhaku Sena, going against Team CRQ Prime. And obviously into the casting desk is going to be myself, Ray, joined by none other than my homie Crucifix on the desk, and he's looking really white today. A nice coat, my friend. But yeah. How are you doing today? And of course, it's really nice to be on the desk with you again.
Hey, you putting that white supremacy thing on me is not cool though. I'm just joking. But yeah, I think for now at least I'm pretty fine. I was feeling a little down today morning with the weather. Feeling sick is the worst thing obviously, so make sure you guys stay as, warm as possible. With the way things are going right now, there are certain changes with the weather that's happening all around India, all around the world. Make sure that you guys stay, in that warm spot. Make sure that you don't actually go too cold, don't go too hot. You might just fall sick like me.
And like
that
me.
aside, I mean, well, I don't know what to say, bro.
Today, all the all the people in the chat can actually say like these casters are sick, yo.
We're sick. No. But talking about the teams, we'll just jump into that. Yeah. So Team Padhaku Sena, they have been playing pretty well. I would say that they have their caveats. They have seen sometimes where they themselves know that they have this lack of communication or lack of synergy with themselves, at least during the execution of the game, not just the drafting. Many people fumble the draft. We all know how that happens. But in the execution, that's where it matters most. And I think Padhaku Sena know that they have a little bit of a problem there. But all in all, I believe that they're a top-tier team. Crux Requiem too, they've got their own caveats. They've got their own little, hindrances holding them back. But all in all, both very good teams. They have their own, set of, what do you call it? Advantages against other, top-ranking teams. They've got themselves a lot of, okay, my brain is very foggy, right? Take over.
Same here. But yeah, I understand what you're trying to say. And obviously, I am not a stranger to any of the players in Padhaku Sena. I'm very well informed. I've actually met a few of them in real life. But to see them play in the Mythic Showdown is going to be my first time treat, and to be casting for them as well. And I'm right now obviously looking forward to what's right, like the fact that you were saying, like some people have been kind of fumbling the draft, and in a best of one series, I believe the draft plays the most important factor here, because it is a make or break. Usually in a BO3 series, even if you can fumble the draft, there is a chance that you have kind of exposed the strategies of the opposing side, and you're going to be able to basically use it as a way to get back at them in the second game. But in this BO1 series, it's all in, all out situation, and right now I'm really glad that the Zushin gets picked on the side that I'm in on the casting desk. It's just perfect. But yeah, other than that, Padhaku, they prioritize the Freya by banning out the Phobias, very self-explanatory, with the Akai, which feels a bit weird, but I guess because the fact that I'm gonna be honest, Godspeed has been playing the Akai a bit too lately. I'm not a big fan of it. He's an assassin user. I'm not sure why they're forcing him to utility. I mean, utility should be situational, not prioritizing when you have such a good... I mean, his name is Godspeed. What speed do you see in an Akai? I mean, I guess he spins very fast, but... Anyways, the glue is understandable. On the other side, the new inclusion of Atlas, understandable with the Eve and the Paquito. What do you think about the rest though? We are just gonna get utility and utility again by the looks of it.
Absolutely, with the way things are going, the buffs on the tanks make them one of the most prioritized picks right now, especially the Akai. Akai is very strong. As you know, he was pretty strong back then. He is known to counter the most important meta, tanks. All in all, good setters actually fall short compared to an Akai. And I think, let me just be very honest, Akai is one of those heroes that could counter-initiate, and if you pair him up well with a Matilda, you've got an initiation, a counter-initiation, and a re-initiation, or re-engage strategy. It's kind of like, it falls in all three categories and could actually fall into any kind of play that you want to make. But again, Akai is one of those heroes that if he gets caught and he doesn't have his ultimate, he's not that difficult to take down. You don't have a dash that can actually pass through enemies, but if you actually stop the first kill, the heavy slam, he will actually kind of stop, and you don't have to actually chase him too much after that. But again, Akai is one of those heroes that has spells named after Pokemon movesets, heavy spin, slam, and what do you call it? Yeah, Tai Chi. These are like abilities and spells and Pokemon moves in Pokemon too. Akai is a Pokemon confirmed. Wait, I have to confirm the names of the spells just because
I mean, he is one.
Slam. Yeah, you could actually catch him in a Pokeball. I think if at all Mobile Legends implements a capturing mechanic where you can capture, jungle monsters, you could capture an Akai.
For sure, man. And right now we are currently taking a look into the last phase of the bans with the Claude and the Heritage.
Oh wait,
What is it?
I didn't notice the drafting happening. My bad.
It's fine. But yeah, what was the thing again? Even Harris looks like a Pokemon, honestly. But anyways, considering we have the Moskov and the Sora into the ban list, it kind of goes to show that Padhaku Sena do not want the Freya to be obstructed at all in any case. Obviously, Moskov has the ability to push her away, and then you have, of course, the Sora. So I guess they are really trying to put it blatantly that Freya is going to be the source of carry in this game. But to be fair, I believe she's going to be pushed into the XP lane, where we're right now going to be getting the main goal laner right here into the hands of Aaron, the creator.
With the way things are going right now, I believe that Irithel could be a good pick against these guys. I mean,
Yes,
you know,
he is. She is. To be
you
fair,
could run away from Zushin, slow, like, and also pick up. You could actually escape the taunt from Fredrin. You could escape Granger, and then give him another one to actually worry about. Boxia, again, another hero that could actually catch up to Granger, but the rest of his team could actually keep them, keep him safe. Freya in the gold lane would actually be not the most ideal. It's not the most optimal solution, but again, Padhaku Sena go for the Freya gold lane. I'm not sure how to feel about this, but all in all, I believe that Freya gold lane could actually be a problem. But you could delay it with the golden hour, make sure that Freya's ultimate could be wasted. Yuzong and Khalid, also two heroes that could actually dive into the backline. I would love to see a Valkyrie's Descent and a Raging Sandstorm clash into each other. That would be crazy.
I would love to see a Yuzhong go lane instead. I'm someone that actually likes playing the Yuzhong go lane because what is the thing? You can really bully and harass the marksmen that basically are not carrying the Purify spell, because in this game, Granger is 100% going for the Flicker, and that puts you in a good spot. You can go for the combo with the Petrify and basically bother him tremendously on the lane. And he's also someone with more dashes than the Freya, for a simple reason that he can maneuver quite a bit. Freya needs to commit with the Valkyrie's Descent to really get her maximum potential, like the maximum Megumi, if you understand what I mean. But anyways, right now the draft has been finalized. I obviously like the draft with the Zushin, but jokes aside, Padhaku Sena do have a very front-to-back composition with a lot of dive, in fact. It's going to be really tricky how CRQ Prime really deals with all of it. And I think the answer is as obvious as usual. It is the Zushin itself.
Absolutely. I think Zushin, I mean, dude, stop glazing Zushin. We'll go to the other heroes. Khalid, I think that this one hero could actually be a little big bother for, Fredrin, allowing Boxia to actually invade and take maybe one or two, maybe three, of the jungle camps of the enemies. So Crux, Requiem, Prime have a lot of invaders. I mean, have a lot of invaders to actually, think about. And this might actually be difficult for them, especially considering that, Fredrin jungle is slower than Boxia. So he might actually have a little bit of a problem there.
Alright, I think lately, Crucifix, I've been seeing the what is this? The Fredrin on the Warex quite a bit. People are trying to really get the bonk with the maximum damage. And it makes sense because Fredrin converts his HP lost with the crystal energy along with the damage he has dealt in total from the time he starts his passive. So in a way, indeed, you can get like crap ton of damage actually on point if you get the War X. So maybe that's the reason, but it does compromise the defense a little bit. And I feel you can only do it if you get the Mathilda or the Florin with you, because you need the heals, or Angela, to be fair.
I agree, but the thing is, why people actually run, Fredrin Warax is mainly because of the fact that this guy can and will lifesteal and sustain more. You pair it up with 4 defensive items and a boot. This guy is doing a lot of damage, giving the enemies a boot. Look at that, we've got Khalid using that sandboard to full use, making sure Zushin's forced to go back, recall, and now an invade, possibly. Little Wanderer being guaranteed for the side of Team Padhaku Sena, and a possible invade. They're going for the Thorn Wizard instead of blue buff. Good decision, because, obviously the buff is going to take way longer to actually take than the Thorn Wizard, and if you want Retribution used, if you want to actually have a successful gank without losing members or making too much mistakes, I think the Horn Lizard was the best course of action there. But Sena not playing it too aggressive, playing it very smart. And we've got Boxia getting level 4 anytime soon.
And First Blood is going to be interesting to see because I believe both of these teams have that, obviously, that early game mid laner, which is going to be the Zushin and the Lilia. Both get a good enough power spike in that level 2 already. But it looks like they are both respecting each other's space and not exactly going in that deep. There's quite a lot of poking onto the roamers, but other than that, they are not exactly committing that heavily. Because I believe Baxia could have committed, Fredin could have committed, but they are more occupied trying to farm up and get the resources for this turtle as soon as possible, I suppose.
Look at that, dude. I'm still kind of surprised with how Marcel was able to catch up to a sandboard, well, you know, Khalid. That's insane. Dude, he's got a lot of moves, people. Oh, taunts onto the mid lane, Lilia. She doesn't have the ultimate just yet. And now she still does not have the ultimate. The turtle has just spawned in. Black Shoes not being available makes Lilia very, very easy to take down, at least now. Side of Team Crux Requiem Prime, they know that they have the advantage here. They're trying to go and charge at the turtle. They're going to start it up. And the side of Team Padhaku Sena, they've got the ultimates already, except for the lead. Big Black Dragon in the air, Petrify also. And that's a good cursing touch. Lilia is able to secure the turtle for them. And Takaya is going to get the kill on 27. Going forward, they're going to find the kill on the enemy. Hyper, Godspeed taken down, and another Lizard taken for the side of Team Padhaku Sena. They got the overwhelming advantage in that previous team fight. A turtle, 2 kills, and okay. Also the blue buff. That's crazy.
That is just stonks right there. Like, so many things go out positive for the side of Padhaku. Really, they have been Padhaku. Okay, mid lane.
Oh, that was an amazing kill on Zushin. The ultimate's not gonna save her at all.
Oh, goddamn. But yeah. Cough. Okay, it's still gonna be going in right here. And he's gonna be retreating. By the looks of it right now, the side of Padhaku have a good enough momentum, a clear enough goal, and they just gotta maintain it while their Freya is able to farm up. But there's the issue Crisis with the Granger. He's gonna be causing them the main issue, the scaling issue. Freya will scale with items, Granger scales with time and minions and stacks. That is something that they have to watch out for, considering they don't have a standard marksman, but mid lane.
Oh, we've got the Appraiser's Wrath and a Golden Hour, but Sir lags a lot. Snags a kill on the enemy. Hyper Godspeed taken down. Following through, we've got Lapu using the Bravest Fighter, doing a lot of damage. That's going to be Boxia getting taken down. Hyper from Hyper, and one more kill possibly. Sir lags a lot, gets the kill on 27. That's one more kill than what Crux Requiem Prime have just taken. But all in all, I believe that they finally opened up their kata, getting one kill for themselves. Crux Requiem Prime slowly starting to show the enemies that they actually have what it takes. But will they be able to keep it up? That's the big question. Oh, bot lane. Big Black Dragon has used that before the turtle has spawned in. That's going to be a big problem here. Not having the Big Black Dragon and the Petrify is going to be one of the biggest caveats in this next team fight that's going to come up. But the side of Team Crux Requiem Prime, they're far behind in terms of farm. Boxia level 8. You know, what do you call it? Godspeed level 6, and he might not just be able to get the Retribution, you know, against that Boxia, obviously. I don't tank, bro. I think that's actually a scam name. He's tanking right now, taking a lot of damage, taking the turtle from the enemies. Golden Hour being taken out. Press is getting the kill on Padhaku. I don't tank, bro, getting the kill on Godspeed. Sir lags a lot, finding a way to get the kill on 27 in between all of that chaos. And now, Marcel's trying to do something, but he's forced to go back with one Dragon Tail from Yuzong. Holy crap.
That's crazy. I just noticed his name right now. I don't tank Bro. Not even Bro, it's Bro. But anyways, looking at the itemization right now, the Yuzhong is going to be obviously going for Fury Hammer combined with, I believe that's going to be the breastplate right there. I like this. This is what I actually usually go for. It gives you a good amount of crowd control reduction. You get a good amount of movement speed. Really helps you maneuver around the map and the team fight. Really good to catch up the slippery targets. On the other side, Freya already done with the Golden Staff, but the Granger, he's done with the Sky Piercer as well. Despite the fact that right now Padhaku is leading the game, they gotta take into consideration of Crisis. They cannot really let him go, because he's still gonna be a massive threat for them. But later on. Of course, the game is slowly progressing towards the mid game. The goal lead is not that massive yet. Padhaku right now leading with 1.6k goal lead. Nothing out of the extraordinary yet. But they say, yeah, like I mentioned, they gotta keep an eye out on the Granger. Right now, mid lane, a lot of poke right there.
Oh,
Did they get it?
That's a golden hour, but that's going to save them from Zushin. That's a very bad setup, but all in all, I believe that Lapa Lapa catching the enemy bat mage is going to be one important kill. So Relaxlock gets taken down. Revenge kill 427. Following through, we've got more fights going on. There's a lot of chaos. And in between all of that chaos, Papu decides to eat some sand, regenerate all his HP back. Half of his HP is there. Tatsukai goes all, you know, Shinzo Sasageo, and then jumps into the enemy tower and dies. Wow. Or who invited who invited Irvin into the chat, bro? What that guy? Please, bro.
There's no Leomord though, unfortunately. But we're looking at the predictions right now. Crucifix is not here, kind of a bummer, but it's fine. It's fine. But bottom lane, mid lane, there's so much things happening all across the map that CRQ Prime is right now putting in the pressure. 85 score at this point, and Padhaku, what they can do about it, let's see. Terrible fight.
Oh, we've got a Raging Sandstorm. Crisis is able to get a kill on Papu. Godspeed gets that fast turtle sneaked under the side of Team Padhaku Sena's noses. And they are going to get one up from the enemies because obviously the score is now tilting towards Crux Requiem Prime from a 5-1 to now 8-6. And oh, that Bravest Fighter is going to do a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. 27 takes down, so relax a lot. The dragon flies away amidst all of that chaos. I don't know how is he able to do that? Well, that's illegal.
You know that's a lot of damage meme, right? Of course
now that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, and right now the Freya is gonna be like, I'm gonna saw this Granger in half because she's what she's trying to do, but unfortunately she's not able to do it. Might actually get taunted. The Zushin's Lantern Flare is still gonna be the main cause of issue for them. And look at that, Crisis. He's the one actually saying, I just saw this turret in half.
I mean, all in all, I think Crisis having a 303 score is going to make him too big of a target. He's got his flicker up, so he's going to be able to escape.
He's a bad news for Padhaku.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Bravest Fighter being baited out, 27, left in the dust. I think Freya, with the power of Einharjar, it's his passive, by the way. Papu forced to use the flicker out, no ultimate. Now it's on 27, obviously, so he can't actually get the kill on Papu. That's too bad, but all in all, I think Crux Requiem Prime slowly taking the gap their side. Oh, by the way, power of Einharjar. Sorry, mind my Viking, but I don't know exactly how to pronounce the passive of Aaron the Creator's character Freya. It's tower taken down, I think, by the power of Einharjar.
87 score. Oh, top lane.
And an ultimate. Okay, golden hour leading to a kill on Crisis finally shut down. And that's going to be a big loss for the side of Team Crux Requiem Prime. Oh my god, Freya in entering the fight with the power of Einharjar. I'm sorry, I just can't. Why am I doing this too much? Einharjar.
I mean, to be fair, it's a cool name. It's a Viking, right? Valhalla. It got that flavor in it. But anyway, it's 9-7 score. Oh, it's still going. It's all ball out. They take a kill onto Tatake.
Tatakai. Oh no, Tatakai. Is it Tatake or? Yeah, it's Tatakai.
Tatake. It's with a good lot of ease. But yeah, the actually pronunciation is Einharjar. It's like Einharjar. Yeah, Einharjar.
So I wasn't far off. Let's go. With the power of Einharjar missing in this team fight. I think they're not going to find. Okay, they do have the power of Einharjar. Golden hour leading to Crisis getting a kill on that,
Crisis.
Godspeed, double kill. And
Bad news.
Shaq. I'm just gonna call him Shaq. Bro gets one kill for some reason. Well, supports do get mentioned when they get a kill because, obviously they're not expected to get that kill, but they do. And now Padhaku Sena, not having the power of Einharjar, loses the first lord of the match to Crux Requiem Prime, who have slowly taken the lead away from the side of Team Padhaku Sena. In the starting, we believed that, Padhaku Sena was gonna stop the side of Team Crux Requiem Prime. CRQ, though, they're not having it. They made sure that they turned the game around, and the table has been flipped. Flip has
I'm
been
just, gonna, I'm just gonna say something. Yesterday I predicted Shadow Esports would win, and they did. And today I said CLQ Prime will win, and if they do, that means that Tim should start bribing me then to predict them as the winner. Hey, but yeah, jokes aside, they right now everything, the table has been flipped, maybe up to the top. Because look at that. Padhaku were the ones with 1k goal lead, but in the CLQ Prime, they're the ones with 4,000 and climbing, I might add, into the advantage. And the others are relentlessly going to be going in front of making the pressure. That is a good positioning right there. And the second
too bad. Crisis was able to get a kill on his counterpart with the help of, not the power of Enherier. Freya has the Fredrin has the power of, I don't know, TikTok. Everyone loves this guy from TikTok, so this guy. Hey, I didn't actually predict anything. Come on. This is unfair. Okay, golden hour gets used up. That's a good setup, and that's a good toss to the kill on Sir Laxalot. He doesn't have the black shoes, I believe. And that's going to be CRQ Prime getting the prime seats at this victory table. Oh, Crisis. He's not actually... Oh, okay, Raging Sandstorm gets him finally. Crisis has been shut down. And Big Brain used his Big Brain to actually escape from that deadly situation. Decided Team Crux Requiem Prime have now finally met their match in the enemies. Padhaku Sena, they have a wave of minions coming in. I don't think bro can actually clear it up fast enough. This guy is okay. He used the retribution on. Okay, good positioning. Baits out the minions to actually attack him instead, and then turns the table around. Waits for his minions to actually spawn in at the 40-second mark, and is able to delay the game for a bit longer. But the side of Team Crux Requiem Prime, they're not having it. Both of the other inhibitors have been taken down in the process. Padhaku Sena now have a wolf barking at their, barking at their door. This is going to be very difficult for the side of Team Padhaku Sena to actually make a comeback. Big brain play by CRQ, obviously, because they have a big brain.
I hope the house is not made out of sticks and straws, or else that wolf is just gonna huff and puff their houses away. Oh, to be fair, the crystal, because that's what it's looking like. And Crisis obviously was that looming wolf, but they have been able to take him away, and basically have perhaps pushed away the inevitable for a while. The big question is, can they make a comeback from this spot on? I'm gonna be honest with you, Crucifix, this part is the hardest one, because even if you, of course, make those setups and everything, the big issue is going to be the simple fact that you have lanes exposed. Minions are going to be rushing in every time. You have to leave someone behind to keep on defending, or else you're going to be losing it to minions. And when that happens, you're basically fighting a 4 versus 5, a losing battle in the numbers game.
Absolutely, and okay, we've got Papu getting taken down by Crisis, giving him more stacks on the Sky Piercer, following through. We've got Marcel running for his life. He's like, as though, that's gonna be an easy kill. Oh, the guy, poor guy. He got golden houred into submission. Poor guy. The dragon could not fly because obviously if we've got 5 people fighting against the dragon has no chance of surviving. Aaron the Creator though, he's got a 0-4 score right now. I don't think he's got any chance of any shot at killing the Granger. And that's another kill for Granger. Crisis is gonna make a big crisis in the enemy base. Padhaku Sena, they're losing numbers 1 by 1, and that's gonna be a wrap for the game. The side of Team Padhaku Sena, they end up losing the game without any chance in the late game. Too bad, bro.
Yeah, the investment into the Freya did not pay off. It was a full send fail, honestly. I mean, that's the thing with the Freya right now. You cannot really exactly commit to the goal lane without having the plan to take away the opposing goal laner. I'm honestly surprised they went for that, considering they did not have someone that could take Granger down every time with a secure spot. For example, someone like a Paquito into the XP lane, or for an assassin into the jungle. And of course, someone like Granger being unattended is obviously... You cannot do anything about it. Who's supposed to catch him? If, that's the thing. A lot of people actually forget that when you go for a composition like this, it really relies on the fact that if you can take the opposing goal laner or not. But Top Boy Shaq is going to be getting the MVP. Honestly, I could have called it with how he had 0 deaths and the fact that he had the most amount of KP. And With this, the
the
side of
world?
CRQ Prime will honestly get the win. Meanwhile, Padhaku, they're going to be going down a board, and they will have to climb back up the long way. Not the pleasant type, but that's how it's going to be. That was around 9 turrets compared to only two turtles, though, for the favor of I Don't Tank Row, and one Lord was all they needed. They end the game almost around 15 minutes, 10 seconds away. The score was 21-10. The goal lead was 9K at the end mark. And with this, we wrap up this BO1 series. And we are wishing them, of course, the best for the side of Padhaku Sena. Looking at the emblems once more, I don't see anything out of the extraordinary. It's just normal, but Marcel going with the Quantum Flash. Okay, this one, I get it. You're utilizing the maximum speed a little bit more. Yuzhong going with this
Bro.
setup. Yeah.
Look at that. He's got 6% from support emblem. He's got 5% from the agility talent. He's got wilderness blessing and quantum charge. No wonder this guy was running like a flash. What?
You get rapid boots, rapid
Oh,
boots as
yeah.
well, and then you obviously have the Thunderbelt as well, 5% movement speed, and
What in the world, bro?
and what was it again? His own passive gives him around 60% movement speed, and that's the thing. He's very uncatchable. That's the whole reason actually nobody wants to give him away, and I'm surprised Padhaku Sena actually gave him away without having any hero that could have dealt with it. And that's actually was confusing me in the draft, but I wanted to believe in them and obviously not judge them too early, because sometimes people cook when they're experimenting, but sometimes the palette just doesn't sit right and you can get a Gordon Ramsay treatment instead, and that's exactly what happened. I don't know who was the Gordon Ramsay for sure in this game, but
Godspeed?
regardless,
Maybe?
Godspeed, maybe, yeah, he does have the bonk. It could,
No.
feel like
He's got the second skill, the taunt, to actually mix up all the ingredients on the pan. He's got a knife to slice it up with the first skill. He's got a second skill to actually jump in and then flip the pan over like that. He's got everything, bro. He's Godspeed Ramsey now. Ha ha.
God. Gordon Speed Ramsey. He should change his name. But anyways, that is about it for this series, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in this one. But do not go anywhere, because we have another BO3 series waiting in store for you, and we will have a new, fresh set of talents. The ones who are a little bit healthier than us, hopefully. But it's going to be Baldur and Devi on the casting desk to be going for the next match. So make sure you stay tuned in the channel, and we'll be right back with the Mythic Showdown Season 3. Don't go anywhere.
Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear the rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane. One shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in. No fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear the rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane. One shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in. No fear, let it spin. Count down, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Count down, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now.
And welcome back, everyone, to the last match of the day. This is the Mythic Showdown Season 3, Swiss Day, Day 5. And right now, this is the last match. And quite literally, it could be the last match for either of the two teams playing, the Curse and Kon Esports. They have already in the O2 bracket, and they need this win as soon as possible. And right now, Debbie, what do you think is going to happen?
Oh man, I'm definitely not having any thoughts right now because TC has been really, really good in the way that they are able to reach from the qualifiers among 500 teams. But you know, for Kon Esports, they haven't been finding any good wins across the board from this tournament so far. So it's definitely gonna be one which will be important for them because best of 3 series, if they are not in here, they are not definitely gonna make it into the next round as well. So this is definitely not gonna be the, an easy ride for them as well.
For sure. And
The main issue that is that Debbie, this is gonna be a BO3 between these teams. So you can't just get lucky once. You have to be consistent, and you need 2 wins, and that's 2 wins both these teams have not gotten in the Swiss stage so far. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically they could be going 2-2 in a way, in terms of their performance. But with that being said, what do you think? Do you think we might be seeing something interesting in terms of the draft, or is it going to be the same thing we've been seeing so far with a few changes here and there?
I think it's like this is definitely going to be dependent on what the players are really comfortable on. But when we say about being comfortable, Kon Esports, they are really comfortable onto the assassin jungle with a lot of damage, but the meta isn't really in favor for them because it's a bit into the utility side, right? And I don't think Blade has been able to play the Akai or even the Buxia really that well in this tournament. They haven't been finding wins around the map. So this definitely will not be in favor for them. But TC, of course, they know what they are doing for themselves. They know what their lineup is going to be. But, Kon Esports, they have a very good damage dealer into the XP side, funnily enough. So I think they can use that as their strength because Kaizen into the Golem is a very, very passive player. So they need something of a very good aggressor into the XP laner side. So I think they might draft around that one. Yeah.
Hmm. Where the analysis was spot on, and that's something I think not just them, but even their opponents have to actually watch out for because, like you mentioned,
Yep.
they have not been too consistent on the tank jungles. It's not something that's really been working out for them. So either they have, done something about it in the last few hours, but I mean, the chances of that are unlikely. But with that being said, folks, we will find our answers very soon. This is the draft. Kon Esports taking home that first pick, and they will be taking out that carry and the Lilia, while their opponent's curse will be taking out the Marcel and the Freya. What are your thoughts on that, Debbie?
Take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear. Let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine. One more round.
Okay. The Lilia is going to be the third ban coming in from the side of Kon Esports, while the Fred is the response. So this is so far a good start, I mean, for the draft of these teams.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Gary is like a target ban from Kon Esports here. They don't really want to play against the carry usually, but Akai is out there still. If they want to play with it, Blade will not be the best to be playing the Akai, but it's a really good meta, right? They really can have a very good synergy as well with that too. So this is what I'm kind of waiting for. But on to the other hand, do you wanna have it in that way, or I don't understand, man. They first pick the Matilda, which is not usually a first pick for some players.
I mean, maybe they want to get winning matchups. So I think one reason is probably since normally the Akai could be a prio pick that, Curse could pick up for themselves. But I'm kind of confused. Why did they let go of that Phobius? I mean, doesn't that restrict your options quite a bit, considering they already took out the carry for themselves? So now they need to pick up that gold lane as soon as possible. I think ideally, won't the Claude be the best option here compared to the Moscow?
Usually, it's like Claude will be much more of an ideal hero to pick up rather than the Moskov, but it also depends sometimes onto the players as well. But I would say that Skyzen is really comfortable onto the so they might want to do in departments at first. But one thing that Kon Esports is that they of the players knowing really well that really good in affecting the XP. Really see some normal XP laners here. And talking about the Akai Blade.
I think we lost you for a bit, Debbie, over there. Yeah, I think we lost Debbie for a bit over there. Yeah, okay, she's back. I guess Debbie's back. Okay, we lost you for like around 30 seconds over there, Debbie. But to the viewers, the draft is in front of you. Like Debbie did mention, I did catch a little bit of what she said, and the point was that like she mentioned that it's not going to be Akai is not going to be a prio pick for the Curse side. They're not usually trying to get it first, and because of that, they could secure the Akai for themselves, and they wanted something that could really get the Akai activated, and that was the Matilda pick. I did mention that the Claude is ideal pick for them, and they did pick it up for themselves. So far, the draft is pretty straightforward, but I feel that Kon Esports does have a really good synergy with the way those drafts that they have a lot of engage and disengage potential.
The names and the title, the team name is really opposite actually. But yeah, if you wanna predict, I think Kon Esports, Blade has been playing the Akai, but I'm pretty sure the Curse really are really good into the Akai as well. Okay, I think this is the better option here. They really does well with this, so very different. Man, I did not think that Kon actually will go for the Moskov. I was actually hoping Skyzen to go for the Claude instead of the Moskov, but I don't know. I don't know what they are really cooking here because they first picked the Foves, which is a very good one at that too. So limited options of jungle heroes, right? No utility, but there we go. Fanny Bento.
The Fanny ban coming in, and with that, you are almost all out of options. It's just the opponents who have to respond. The Phobius, the Paquito has been taken out, so reasonably in the XP lane you have like maybe the Arlot left, but this is the Flying Cloud stage, so the Arlot won't be as fun to play compared to the Dangerous Grass. He won't be as lethal as he usually is. Maybe you could go in for a Uranus, considering that they already have so much crowd control on their side. You have the Akai, you have the Matilda. You're obviously going to pick up something else to really get your comp moving, something with a slow mobility that would benefit a lot from the Matilda, or something to give them that space. Ideally, I think it's just going to be the Yve pick. Would it be the Yve? Or a Fasha maybe?
It's good. Farsa even actually. Something with the range, right, and with a bit of a burst as well. Usually you will see a hero like the Farsa or an Eve when you are facing a Moskov because you want to have an range against that guy, so this usually comes in handy for them. But we talked about the lack of utility jungles into the hands of Kon Esports right now, right? So they ban away for Curse, they ban away two jungles that really is very good for Blade now. And I think the only available option that he could go for is either the Balmon, which is very bad, I would say, or even the Suyo. So they have to wait down a little bit for that, and that they can secure their jungle, the road right now, because what is gonna play
I'm quite confused myself. I mean,
maybe even the
what?
really comfortable.
Okay, we lost Debbie for a bit again. Was it the Badang pick that you mentioned?
Yeah, Studio was what's definitely gonna be good. And Badang, but I don't know. Badang is definitely gonna be not the prio.
I mean, Badang is like it's a bit too much all in all out, because already you only have one Matilda. And if you keep Akai as your only source of engage, it's going to be a little difficult because they can just lock him down. And I think the side has respected that, and Curse instantly does pick up that Alice. And like we mentioned, the Eve is ideally what they're going to go for, and that's what they do, because they needed something to cover up their draft. They need that RWM, gives Alice and Akai a lot of space to maneuver. The slows prevent Moskov from just free hitting. He's going to constantly have to adjust his position over there. Same thing for the Zuzhin. We've seen how well the Heave actually kind of is a great response against the Zuzhin. The Atlas pick, I don't know, man. Is Atlas against the Akai RWM? What do you say?
Atlas is really bad against this kind of composition actually. Because usually when you see an Alice, you don't want to go for the kind of big crowd control. So I didn't expect Ross to abstract to actually go for that. But on top of that, I think they're gonna be lacking into the engager, so they were actually trying to get that Atlas really early on. But yeah, like you said, against a guy and Alice, not the best option, man.
Hmm. I'm a little bit confused about Kon Esports draft because on paper, if you just look at their draft, it's a really good draft, right? You have basically every single meta or like top two to top three picks in that particular lane. It's a great draft on paper. But the problem is you're playing against a comp that is such a good response to it. But at the same time, Curse is so much reliant on only two sources of damage, which is the Claude and the Eve, both of which do not get active until like your minute 5 and 6. So if Korn is able to, get those pickoffs as soon as possible, I feel like Curse could collapse before they even get their draft really active.
Yep, that's what they're actually waiting for here. So let's see though. The early game, a bit of a good maneuver coming through from the side of the Curse as well here, because they are trying to go for the early aggression, but early burn onto the Purifier from Green Forest Kisaki. Not really the best scenario, but you know what? It will be up before the turtle, so this is definitely going to be okay. Blade with the new and advanced rotation is going to get the level 2 fast and try to rotate across the map as fast as possible, because you can invade with the Suya, man.
For sure, for sure. And right now, Matilda being taken down very low over there. Blade nearly does get the first blood for the team, and this is the thing that they have to worry about. Even the Alice realistically should not be there. She did manage to somehow steal the litho away from Blade, which is a little bit of confusing. But yeah, how does that happen? I mean, Suyu basically has like a mini Balmont counter, lethal counter over there.
Yeah, trust in Blade to not use his retribution for that long, and he's not really the best person to on time. But eventually, they might have to be careful into that early game for the side of the Curse here, because they actually wasted a lot of their potential. But gold lane, those guys, and now the gold crab might eventually be hitting him in the head, but he actually went into the lane, so that's definitely gonna be a good sign for gold lane.
And with that being said, Debbie, the first turtle coming up, do you really think Kon Esports should be comfortably taking this turtle, or will we be some sort of response from the side of Curse?
There should be some response from Curse, because they have an Akai mid lane. Oh my goodness, a lot of damage from Blade. But yeah, they should be trying to go for the contest, because Rio, he have the heavy spin, right? And you want to go do that. So I want to see how they do it though. Look at us, chasing him away.
Now, right now, Brian Fury is trying to zone out the members, trying to make sure his presence is felt. Who's gonna get that retribution? It's gonna be Rio with the turtle as Brian gets the first blood onto Blade. That heavy spin is gonna have a very, very heavy toll on the members of Kon Esports, as despite having the early game, they completely collapsed under the combined efforts of the members of Curse right now. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hayato, dude, that Matilda giving so much value.
If it wasn't for the Matilda, I don't think it would have been a good survivability for Hayato. But Rem is a very aggressive mid laner, and trust in him to go for the flicker. And I've told you, right? Blade is not the best into the retribution. I might be voting to in favor of them. Oh, you also did. You also did, man. Okay. We were against the Curse. It all seems, but hey. That early game, that turtle pit is where Kon Esports struggle the most with. They will have that kind of setup that is good, but then they will not use it for their full advantage, man. They don't really use the potential of their picks, and now it's kind of hurting them, because yes, it's an Akai against the Studio, and the Akai will be having the better time into the retribution too, and it could have been so much better if they were able to go full in onto Rio the first time when they were engaging onto him, so that they will be able to get at least a turtle and not trade out with the kills, right?
Yeah, I mean, very confusing play coming in by Kon Esports. I mean, they had complete control over there. Okay, is this just pause? I mean, are we at a pause? Or I think, yeah.
We
Huh?
are. Just
Okay,
dancing.
wait. Yeah, who's dancing? I think Ray would have a lot of fun right now. I mean, this is basically his dream come true. But yeah,
Uh,
with with that being said, looking at the situation right now, the last thing you want to do is get that Alice active because Brian should have been taken down over there. They had Win, they had the Zuzhin, you had a Suyo who was actually comfortably farming over there. They should have been able to first take one kill on the members of Curse because they had no real source of damage. But instead, they chose to contest the turtle and take a fight while the heavy spin was active rather than baiting it out.
mhm. So actually, they are trying to go for the setup when they were having that setup, but they didn't use it really well. So now I think it's definitely not gonna be the best for them right now if they wanna go for the engages again because they should have waited for Blade to get the farm up right now without the flicker. Ram is still being the aggressor that he is known to be, but it's a Jushin, no? You can be as aggressive as you want to be.
For sure. I mean, she has that space. Her skills give her that utility that lets her move around this map, and especially it's quite hard to catch her because the only person who can really dive on is they always have to full commit every single time they want to catch the Susan. You can't really. Oh, right now there's the heavy spin with the RWM. And Abstract getting taken down. Will they get two? Zuzhin forced to alt out over there. Remix will be taken down really low. He's healing up quite a bit right now. The Matilda taking a significant amount of damage. But Skyzen is going to hold on to his gold shield. It's going to not be taken down just yet. But the gold lead is just shifting again in favor of Curse. That's 3 kills to the 0 that Kon Esports have.
Yeah. Beautifully done. Well done for the side of Curse there. They try to go for the engage most of the time because which is what you usually want to do because it's an Akai after all, right? You want to go for the engages again and again. And this time around into the mid side, that's gonna be the Circling Eagle just for the zoning potential. Abstract. He's got to be careful with the positioning because no matter what the situation is, at last he's still gonna be very squeezy if he's ganked upon.
For sure, man. I mean, it's not looking good for Curse right now because the only late game they really have that can survive and stay mobile is the Moskov, and it's too much pressure onto Skyzen right now. But once again, Rio is gonna take this turtle. No contest coming in by Blade, and this is a great start. I don't think you would want a better start than this as a late game draft.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like they can throw into the early game as much as they want, which is not really recommended. But still, Skyzen's getting the turret up top, down below as well. But hey, look at that.
Ooh, big fight coming in. There's Abstract. He's really low. He tries to flicker out to save himself, but he will not. Finally, their Remix will be getting the first kill for Kon Esports. They might be looking for some more. Brian Fury zoning them away as Blade gets the kill on Green Forest. Will he get one more? Brian forced to flicker out over there. They're chasing down Hayato as she will also flicker. The Eve getting taken down quite low. Will Brian be surviving? And the answer to that is no. Skyzen comes in with the SOD. He bites off a little more than he can chew, but he will survive as the damage from the Sakai is a bit lacking. And finally, Kon Esports will announce their entrance in this best of 3 with their first successful team fight.
Yeah, first successful team fight, but they already have 2 turrets down the drain, right? So it's definitely going to be so much better for the side of Kon Esports here. Because like you said, they have a late game and they are going for a very beautiful play from Skyzen. He's trying to get the farms, he's trying to get the golden platings as much as possible. He's into the lane as long as they want him to be. And when he got the Trinity, it's definitely going to be easier for him to get into the team fights because he have the SOD. And now they are playing so well with Blade trying to finally coming online, and even if they try to go for the fights here right now, I think they can still win. But then here comes the factor for Curse, right? Matilda. Oh wait, Blade?
Oh no, you will be caught out, Blade. You have the immunes, but the timing was completely off. And realistically, I don't think he would have survived because of Matilda. But right now, what is happening in bot lane? A Claude who is slightly underleveled is Actually, he might. Okay, now I think he's done. He's done. There's no way he's gonna survive. He tries to dash away. BMI gets stun locked by Skyzen, and that is all she wrote. Curse still has a slight edge in the scoreboard, but
Yep.
this is the third turtle picked up by them. Rio right now, absolutely uncontested. He has been undeniable in the gold lane.
Yeah, this is what they are trying to
The
do
jungle
here
lane.
right now. Because they are finding everything under the turtle and trying to go for the team fights as much as possible. But then the problem lies, right? They haven't been able to take any of the turrets down from the side of Kon Esports. Sure, they have the kills. Look at that, circling eagle.
What is Kon Esports doing? Why is Win there that deep against Matilda and Akai? Forced to flicker out. And
Wow.
that was all the effort that Kon Esports just made, creating that bush camp to take a good fight. That flank has been wasted. But Blade on the bot side, getting that split push ready as soon as possible. So
Yeah.
he gets some gold. He's trying to stay as even as possible. But he has fallen quite a bit. And it's not looking good for them. But right now, Remix over there, getting chased down. He might just fall. Does he have the ultimate? He still does. Very brave coming in. This is the set by the Atlas, but he's only catching the tank. RWM used up, nearly taking the kill on Remixes. That's a blazing duet. Blemmer's all low, and it's flawless. Getting the kill. Kisaki getting the kill in the backline. It's only Win and team. Both the frontliners really low, and Skyzen, who's split pushing all the way on the top side. Will he get thus the inhibitor? No, he will not. But that is all she wrote, man. 7-4. Curse is absolutely dominating this match right now.
Yeah, just one team fight, and they were able to dominate that again, and that's gonna be coasting them two turrets into the mid side and to the bot lane as well. So now, Kon, they really have to be careful with the way they are going for the team fights right now. You don't have to overstay all the time, if only if we net the flicker there. I don't think they will be going for that engages so far right now. But then again, onto the brighter side, Skyzen is happily farming to the side lanes, and he even got the turrets down below. So that's definitely gonna be in favor for them. It was unfortunate that he missed the SOD, because if he had landed that SOD, I think it will definitely be a fight turn around from Curse. But then again, Curse really know that the SOD did miss, so they were trying to go for the fight. Trinity already for the Cloud, as well as the Moscow trying to go for a bit more. But hey, they want to go for a bit of a game here.
Ooh, Skyzen! Will he get the kill? Oh my god, Blade absolutely getting shredded down, and he will not survive. Well, his marksman will back off for now, but how long will the answer be? And it is not for long. Skyzen is down. That's two of your only real sources of damage for Kon Esports. Constantly being picked off, constantly being denied jungle. And Aish, Debbie, what? I don't know what to say at this point.
It's clearly, oh man, this is you don't really do. It's clearly basic knowledge to go for the ganks with your tank, not your jungler, not even your goal laner just together, not your jungle and your goal laner together. It has to be someone of a tankiness that can shed for them. And I think Skyzen really did do a premature misery, but look at that.
One more heavy spin. They just switched the target altogether. All of a sudden, Remix has to back off. Uses up the ultimate. RWM is deployed. Win diving into the backline. Will he survive? He barely does. Flickers out. Remix also really low as Kisaki dives back in. Somehow, so many ults procced and no kills taken as the Lord marches down the mid side. Bot side, the Lord marches down. Mid side turret shield taken down. Shield exposed on the bot side. The Lord could crash. This might be a very costly mistake, but Curse needs to back off for now. They do not have that RWM or heavy spin. Their entire comp right now is relying on Rio being perfect. One mistake by Rio, and I feel like Kon Esports could turn this around.
Yeah, that's what they are waiting for. Rio has to make a mistake, but then he's been so amazing onto the setup that he have been making onto the Akai. So you gotta respect the Akai as much as possible. There's gonna be a stun coming through and a jump as well, but I don't think it win.
Oh no, immobilized! Win, why did you dive back in? He could have survived, but not anymore. Taken down for the second time as they do not have their EXP laner. And right now, Debbie, the goal lead is touching the 7k mark under 12 minutes. Do you really think Kon Esports can turn this around?
Oh man, it's scary to say because Kaizen hasn't that perfect onto the position as well. The way they were trying to go for the engage has been always been a blunder. Now they are dependent on what Kaizen can do onto the Moskov to make that play, and he hasn't been able to do that even though despite he had those farm. But yeah, they gotta wait a little bit for it because perfect setup coming through from the side of Kon Esports, especially into the hands of
Oh,
Abstract. They could extend the time around Blade though, trying to do some Blade things, but
wait,
hey, he
I
might be caught.
will he survive? He barely does, but dude, he's getting zoned away by the Matilda. That's how significant the gold lead is. That's how much he's deprived of the gold and items. He is getting zoned away really hard by the Matilda.
That's what, and there haven't been much of a setup coming through from Extract as well because they have the Purify and the ways to survive with the Matilda too. Looking at the builds, it's gonna be a Winter Transit for Rio, so that's definitely gonna be a nasty combination right now. Even if he tries to go in, he'll definitely be out alive.
Oh,
Look at
one
that.
more heavy spin using in. Big knockup. Two bodies caught out. Remix gets zoned away. Oh no! Is this the misplay? Wind dives in, pushing away their backliners, but the Matilda is able to turn that overextend into a safe disengage for Curse. The draft from Curse is paying in absolute dividends for them right now.
Yeah, that was what they are waiting for actually. But there's no damage whatsoever that can help them right now. Matilda really... Oh wait, are they trying to contest this one? Is it? Because look at Brian Fury, the backline.
Whoa, 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 Remix! Will he survive? Barely does. Oh, Alice with the set in the back! Will flicker and get that bloody curse, taking down Remix on that Zujin. And without the Zujin, they don't have any real source of, follow up, any source of zone. Oh, heavy spin onto Abstract. Blazing duet used. He uses up the fatal links, but who is gonna follow up? And the answer is nobody, as the scoreboard is sticking continuously in favor of the curse.
Yep, oh man. Kon Esports are playing like individuals. They are not playing together. And this is a Atlas, right? This is an Atlas. You want to play with an Atlas so that you'll get the burst potential, you get the damages, but they haven't been together, playing together for a while now. But
Oh
with
no,
Lord
win. Yo, I'm so confused as to what Kon Esports is doing right now. It feels like they do not
What?
have their head in the game at all. Brian gets poked down quite a bit. We finally see that Skyzen is having a bit of damage. So if anyone can turn this game around, all hopes have once again, they have to be shouldered on by this man on that Moskov. But right now,
Yep.
bot side, minions marching in. They're not going to really attempt to pressure that lane. Blade is going to handle the top side. And Kon Esports finally gets some breathing room as Curse will stop their engage for a bit.
The way that they are playing hasn't been really particularly well, especially when it comes down to team fights. Because for Abstract to go for the perfect setups, you really have to be the one going in and going for the 4-man, 5-man set, even 1-man set, and they will be able to burst it down with the farm that Skyden already have. But they haven't been together, right? You never see the Atlas or even the Moskov being close together. There's always the Atlas being alone and trying to give out the regen, because that's not really the way to play the Atlas, man. Come on. You want to see if there is someone there. You have to have the idea you had of the map, but this time around Blade, he does have the damage, but look at Abstract though, he's taking a lot of damage.
No, Abstract really low over there. He might just fall. He does survive for a bit, but they will lose out Blade, man. This Suyo has been completely shut down by the members of the Team Curse. But looking at that right now, they're still trying to zone. The problem is they only have one person who can actually hit that base with any sort of success. And it's going to be the Claude. Oh my god, this Alice is not dying.
Nope, she won't die. This is why I was kind of, skeptical about the last pick after the Alice, because the Alice is so good in the engagement. It's kind of negating all the fatal link sets that Abstract wanted to go for, and moreover, most of the targets that Cursed that Atlas wants to go for has the Purify, so that's definitely not gonna be a no-go. So kind of worried what Kon Esports can do here because they don't have spacing for the Moskov for Skyzen. They don't have a setup, and there's a heavy dive com from Karst as well. Because even if they don't dive, there's gonna be a Matilda who's always gonna be helping them go into the backlines as much as possible.
Oh,
And
no. Win over there on the top side. Brian Fury is going to zone them out. He's trying to catch as many bodies as possible. Win does use up the knock-up. He's going to get locked down. Dives into the back line. Has to back off as soon as possible. Heavy spin used up. There's a big set coming in by the Alice. Is the bloody curse going to be used up? There's the RWM deployed. Win gets taken down first. Monster kill for Rio on the Akai. Brian all the way in the back line. Remix. Will he survive? Barely does so. Forced to use the ult once again as Win taken down. They're trying to catch some bodies. Rio! Why? He goes back in. Godlike for the Zakai. Is he an assassin or the tank jungle? They're trying to get the push. Blaze. Whoa, Skyzen. What was that damage? Nearly takes down Flawless over there. But he does use the Wind of Nature, expecting Flawless to go and stay in that fight.
That was Red Forest trying to go for something out there, but this time around Ram with the aggression. Oh my god, they are doing this again. This is so disgusting.
Oh no, I think finally they might take the kill onto Brian. He has bitten off a little more than he can chew, but Rio's there to zone them away. But he's quite low himself. Skyzen is gonna go in! Skyzen gets the play for them! And this is Kon Esports re-engaging, getting the double kill onto their members. Rio shut down, make it 3. Flawless is down. Do they get the Lord? They don't, but that is all they required. And this might just be the end. There's nobody to clear the lanes. It's only the Matilda and Brian Fury to hold these lanes. How will they survive? Brian is getting picked up and taken down. The dash will bail him out. But how long? Wind diving back in once again, taking a lot of poke. But I guess they should somehow hold on. Brian has to go back. They have to give away this inhibitor. Matilda getting poked away. Will Curse somehow hold on right now? They have to clear these waves. They have to address these bodies. Bloody Curse used up. Rio is back online. He has the retribution. Brian surviving against all odds. So tanky. They have to address the Lord on top side. And there the recalls are up. What a team fight.
This is what they wanted to go for here. Even if you lose the Lord, you want to go for the pick off, and they were trying to do it as well. And perfect landing onto the SOD. Skyzen finally doing something that he was supposed to be doing, and now they finally showing signs of life for Kon Esports here. They don't really have the privilege to make any kind of mistakes now. One mistake and it's all gonna be going down the drain, because as much as we like that they were able to get the inhibitor, they are not in favor for them because they are the one losing into the long lane side. So it's gonna be easier for the side of Curse to have a very good defense system, because they have 2 inhibitors still standing onto the side lanes. So with the Lord coming through again, and Cursed so good with the objective fights, they might be eventually able to get this Lord again. So looking at the builds too, Skyzen is already full build, and he sold the boots for the gold meteor, so he's trying to go for the survivability. And you know what, Curse will be jumping onto him again and again.
Man, I feel like Curse should have probably ended it a little earlier, but dude, I mean, while Claude has the name Flawless, but there's the heavy spin. Akai uses, Akai is gonna dive back in. Atlas gonna use up the immortality. Will he survive? Brian in the backline. Hayato takes down Abstract. Win trying to sustain against it all. Nearly gets a kill on the Matilda. He is diving. He is gonna lose his immo. Skyzen comes back in with the SOD, taking down 1, getting 2, making it 3. Blade gets the kill on Flawless, and once again Rio and Hayato have to stop and defend the entire universe of Kon Esports. How will they survive? Hayato, I think they should be able to manage, but Rio getting taken down low, forced to use up the heavy spin. How long will they defend this base? They push away Skyzen, and the answer is 1 wave more. They have to give up the Lord, and this is the first time Kon Esports is going to get a neutral objective.
Yeah, first time in the 21st minute of the game. That's a long time, and you might be wondering that maybe these guys don't know how to play the macro, man. Come on, this is definitely gonna be the combat that they are requiring. But right now, with the farm that Skyzen have onto the Moskov, which we were preferring, right? For late game, the Moskov will come in handy, and now it's coming in handy. But the disadvantage side is that
Kaizen has to stay alive all the time, because when he falls down, that's gonna be a green light for the curse to just hit. And unfortunately for the side of Kon Esports, the Lord just upped onto the 11th minute, 11 seconds, 41 second of the game, and now it's too early for the Lord to come through. They aren't able to sing the lanes as well.
Okay, Lord marching down the mid lane. The inhibitor already has been taken down. Rio has gone a little too deep. Early heavy spin used up by him. Brian also taken down very low. Skyzen is diving back in. Big heavy fatal links for them. But Freeman, bloody curse. As Matilda dives back in, the fight is still online. Nobody has fallen just yet as Kisaki will finally fall. Flawless takes down Win. Oh my god, Skyzen! You have done it once again, but Flawless is just as good. They turn this fight around. Blade shut down. Triple kill for the Claude. Skyzen forced to flicker out, expecting a battle mirror image coming in. His movement speed is quite slow. He gets slowed down. Has to back off. It's only the two bodies of the members of Kon Esports. Once again, it's a 3v2 situation. Skyzen versus Flawless. Brian, I mean, it's tough, man. It's really tough for Skyzen. He does not have that range advantage. He most likely will not be able to do it unless Abstract pulls off a miracle. They do once again. He has to sacrifice his life. Uses up the fatal links. Mega kill for Flawless.
Yep, 12 seconds, 10 seconds for a win here. The minions are still marching in. This is a Moskov. Will he be able to do it?
Oh, and the answer to that is no. The minions are marching in. The base is still shattered, and game one goes over to the curse.
Yeah, you don't want to go overstay every time, Kon Esports. That was definitely a good try by Moscow's guys, and you really did so well, my dude. But that was definitely not the best case to end the game. Oh man, I feel like they could have waited just a little bit for the Lord timer, you know? If the Lord just spawns instantly, then wait for the 11th second. Man, come on. It's like they could have waited and they could have synced the lanes, and I think there was a bit of a mistake on their part as well. They weren't able to take any kind of inhibitors because they don't have the time to even sync out into the lanes as well. Holy, they were so close to the win, but I feel like if the Kon Esports were able to play out the early game better, then they could have had a better setup for Skies and the better defense from Abstract as well as Win too. So this was not really the best scenario, man.
Man, I'm so surprised by what Kon Esports did. I mean, wait, before we get to that, Rio, the very well-deserved MVP, he did had a few misplays, very expensive misplays, but in the end, he was the heartbeat for Curse. He ensured that Flawless had all the space to use the Battle Mirror image and Blazing Duet when required.
It was beautifully well done, honestly speaking, from the start of the game. The way that he was setting up for the turtle, the way he was setting up for the team. The heavy spin was mainly used when it is really and importantly irrevocably necessary. I just had to drag that part. There's sometimes you want to use the heavy spins to escape, but he hasn't been using it for escapism. He's using it for setups for his team. And I think that was really working wonders for them as well, because you could see that the damage that his team was already able to do was coming in handy. And when he just go for the knockups also and go in and out, there's always the Matilda, right? Green Forest is always there to help him out of those iffy situations.
For sure. And I think the Akai was that answer for them. And I feel like you mentioned, Debbie, that Kon Esports does not like playing the Akai, and that's really costing them right now, because you saw how confidently they picked up that first pick Matilda, knowing that, these guys are not going to take the Akai. And then we saw how much value Kisaki gave onto the team. She constantly built, even when Rio made mistakes on the heavy spin, when Yi was overextended, when Vin actually had a great catch onto the backline, the Matilda was always there, every single time.
And it was so tough for Skyzen to even go for the passive of the Moskov to penetrate to the backlines, because the Matilda's heal is definitely out there, and the seal is definitely helping them all the time. So it was kind of a no-brainer to see that the damage output will be lacking just a little bit because the Flossos Oasis is already available, the favor is already available, the heal was already too much, the seal coming through from the side of Curse were already up to levels where they cannot really have a penetration through it. So I think that was what the downside of it is, because you are dependent too much onto the Moscow for the carry, right? Because the mid side, yes, ram onto the Jushin really doesn't really have the damage that can be considered as a secondary damage output. And the Eve though, I think it was really good for the Curse to pick up the Eve because they were able to play inside that boxes and they were able to set up for the team as well as much as possible because he always outranges Kaizen all the time.
For sure. And I mean, I genuinely felt like at the end, how do you finally take such a good team fight? How do you completely collapse Curse, which has a better lineup, take the Lord, and then not sink your waves? When there was nobody to actually there was no risk of anybody contesting the Lord for you, so you could have got the waves synced up. Because how do you not do that, man? I mean, I'm just so confused, Abby. Like, was it
That was
the pressure that got to them? Were they trying to end it as soon as possible? They got lost in the flow, lost in the sauce.
That's what usually happens for newly made teams because honestly speaking, Kon Esports isn't even a month old, honestly. So you could see it was palpable, right? If you can see the team fights that they have been having, their composition, especially with the Atlas, they were trying to go for the team fights, but they haven't been doing the team fights. Atlas is always alone, and then there's Jushin doing Jushin things, and there's always gonna be a Suyo, right? Suyo loves to play alone as well, so that was becoming a bit of a problem for them. Into the late game, they were winning surely because there was a bit of there was a lot of damage, not a bit, a lot of damage already for Skyzen, but the Curse really have ways to answer to that because they know that if Rio was into the front line, they can heal him, they can take him away from those iffy positions, they can keep him into the front line so that the back lines will not get hit, and they're using it so well, and I think Kon Esports couldn't really apply to that as well. And like you said, into the Lord time also, I already said into the game as well, you gotta wait for the 11 seconds of the map so that you'll be able to delay the Lord a little bit so that you will be able to clear the lanes, and that wasn't really happening, so I think that kind of set them back. So let's see the second game is where they're gonna have to see how they will be able to respond to Curse here.
And right now, the Curse is going to be responding. Kon Esports does have the first pick for themselves. And I think I nearly lost my voice looking at the heavy spins last game, man. I think my throat is dead right now. Hopefully, I get to recharge by the time the draft is done, Debbie. Oh, first pick, Akai ban. I think this time they learned their lesson. They learned their lesson after that ban. After Rio on that.
Beautiful. Freya ban is definitely spectacular, and the Phobia's ban as well. I think, oh man, I think this time around Kon Esports might want to stick a bit onto their comfort zone here. It doesn't really have to matter anymore. Best of 3 series, they are in a Curse are in the match point, so they're gonna have to respond to this into the second game. Reset everything that they have known into that game number 1, and don't let that pressure get to you. But the Curse can actually be very chill about this. They can pick out the heroes that they want. Oh, they banned away the Matilda for themselves. They were the one picking it, and now they are banning it.
I feel like I think they probably want to leave the Fredrin open. Then I guess that's not going to be one of the bans. They're okay to give it away. I guess that's the reason. Because the Matilda is that's one of the picks that Blade does like playing in the tank jungle. Also, the Bakshia is still open. So if you give Bakshia additional mobility, it's not going to be a fun situation for anybody. Like we saw last game, how tanks jungles, how good they are when they get mobility. So they just avoided that situation altogether. Take out the Matilda. Ideally, I think now you should be, since it's dangerous grass, you should be looking at taking away maybe the Sora. I think Sora or Arlord, Guni.
Okay, Guni is really a very good option because seeing the fact that the cars are so good in setter tanks, right? Setter tanks into the jungle, so I think they don't really want to face the Gwenevere as much. So first pick, oh wait, cars can actually ban the Fanny here again if their server is in their favor, because that's gonna be Blade's #1 hero, right? You can actually ban it away, but then again, if we talk about it, they could actually handle the Fanny again. Do you want to let go of the Fanny or the Baxia? That's gonna be the question here.
What is
Which
the
one?
next ban? Is it going to be the tank jungles for Curse? Do they want to play it safe, or are they going to take out that Fanny early? Because I feel like maybe, just maybe, they might go for a very early Fanny. What do you say?
I don't think so. Because as much as play is going to the Fanny, Fanny has a lot of counter already, and yeah, okay. I was expecting Baxia along the lines of the Baxia rather than the Marshall, because I think Baxia has more value than the Marshall. But okay, Curse can still pick up the Baxia here, right?
Yeah, the Baksha is still a very viable pick for the side of the Curse, especially now that the carry has been banned out. And
Yep.
Claude against Baksha, I mean, it's not too good, it's not too bad either. It's like a 50-50 pick in terms of how well it does. Because when he goes in under the Tortoise Pazans, he does constantly get poked down. And the magic damage is not going to help you. It's just adding up. It's more damage procced onto you. Even with the wind, what's the wind of nature, you're still going to be taking that poke. But it's instead going to be the Hylos in dangerous grass with a guard. I don't understand that. You gotta help me out here.
Okay, no Baxia still, even the Lilia. Okay, so Curse are directly going for the bit of a counter onto the Gore. I think the Gore is really a hero that you want to prioritize, but then onto the second phase, right? It's not really a first phase prior anymore in comparison to a Baxia. But this time around, for Kon Esports, they at least have a long lane setter, so Win is really comfortable onto the lane that he can play alone. So I think it's definitely gonna be much of a better choice. So Curse, even if they pick up the Baxia now, there is a Lilia already. Even if they go for the Fredrin, same scenario, right? If they go for the Fredrin, then Kon Esports might eventually play the Baxia again too. But they can actually ban it away. Or maybe ignore the jungle clearly here and go for the second piece into the jungle. That can also be a possibility because they haven't picked up the Claude again yet. Not yet anyway.
Oh, wait. Is this a mispick? Hilda XP
no.
lane?
It does
XP lane
work.
Hilda? I mean, it has to be XP lane Hilda, right? I mean, Hylos in the XP again. But I think maybe technically wouldn't the Hylos in the XP lane also work, considering Hilda is a great response to marking Lily out.
Oh, it does also. Okay, a good matchup. Good matchup. But if you want a Hilda into the lane, it's definitely okay because you can match up to the aggression that the Paquito brings. You're gonna have to rotate faster than the Paquito. That can actually work out. I think that's the only reason I see where you wanna send the Hilda to the XP lane. So now, Kon Esports. Wait, it's not gonna be Curse. The Curse. I think it's time they ban out the jungles, right? Okay, they still ban away the Fanny. So Kon Esports, they don't have the first pick right now, so they might eventually ban the Baxia too. Or do they want to handle the box with the Lilia?
I mean, I feel like they should be taking out a Fredrin right now simply because the fact that your Kon Esports lineup is already quite squishy, and Fred would be such a good response to locking down the Hilda and the Hylos in place and whatever else they bring up. So a Fred ban could make sense, or they could also take out the Harith. Considering it's a dangerous grass, because right now they need some sort of instant burst to pair up with the Paquito, and it would go great with the Marcel. Green? Okay.
Green
What is
girl.
Curse cooking? What are they cooking?
They're just trying to delete out the amount of combination that you can go with the Marshall, and the Granger comes in handy. Top one choice next to the after that is gonna be the Beatrix. But they are not banning away the jungles, right? Kon Esports, they are banning away the entirely not banning away the utilities. I think they don't want to ban out the utilities because they think that they can handle the utility with the Lilia. So they ban away the Moskov again. The Cloud is still available, but they are willing to let go of the Cloud because they already have a Paquito that can handle the Cloud actually. Or if they, even if Curse did not pick it up, they could pick it up for themselves. But now I'm kind of worried if it is gonna be a Harris, because I don't see a combination with the Harris, and you do not want to play the Harris against the Marcel as well. So Baxia, there we go, still with the Baxia. So goal lane, what is Kaizen gonna be picking? Something entirely different? Still Claude?
I mean, Claude could work because you need something on the DHS right now, man. That's 3 tanks over there. You need something that shreds. You've already picked up the Lilia. While it will do a good amount of damage, you need something that shreds that HP pool, or something that can just, completely delete the backline. And I know for a fact Clint is the worst option to take over here.
No. Oh wait, the thing about Clint is that if you have a good carry into the XP laner, it's fine, but then he's gonna be lacking out the frontliner that they need, right? So I don't think it's definitely gonna be better. But I don't know, man. I don't like a Clint in general. It's just that
Okay.
it's clean. It's clean after all. I just hate clean, man. Come on. So there we go. Fredrin is gonna be picking up, which was what I was expecting them to pick with the box there. But against the box, it's definitely not gonna be the best scenario for Blade here. But Claude is definitely very a good option. Now, last week into the jungle, onto the gold lane. Is it gonna be a Harris? I think Harris is fine, but do they need a physical hero?
I mean, they need some sort of, like, they do have a lot of harassed folk, but they need something to actually complete that job. They need something at range, because right now the only real target that Kon Esports has to look for is that god, and he's very fragile despite all of these front lines, because you have the Paquito to dive, you have the Lilia that zones the front lines, the Marcel keeps moving in out of fights. So they need some other target in this gold lane that is equally dangerous. What?
Okay,
Dangerous gas, Leslie.
it's fine.
What?
In lane.
I mean, it's fine in lane, but I mean, that has never been the question. Aish, okay. Leslie against the
So-
Paquito.
That's what Paquito is definitely gonna be a very good hero against the Leslie now. But yeah, man, for the TC, the curse, I think they are actually cooking something here. They wanna true damage the side of Kon Esports there. But okay, with the Lilia, they are kind of cooking something with the Lilia because it's against a Hylos and a Boschia. So with that aggression that Ram usually is good on, the Lilia can be a work in his hands. But other than that, the Leslie, man, I think Kon Esports will try to focus. Wait, yeah, Kon Esports will be focusing onto the Leslie a bit more.
I mean, they have to focus the Leslie down. At the same time, a lot of respect has to be put onto that Lilia that Curse has, because realistically, that Lilia is the biggest threat to the draft that Curse has made for themselves. That's 3 frontliners you have, very tanky frontliners with little to no dash skills. So the second any of these heroes get slow chained, I mean, it's gonna just be free pickings. But right now, Win is on the Paquito. They might see a possible rotation on the top side. No, nothing yet.
Yeah. The thing about Paquito is that it's very good against into the laning, but then again, you wanna focus a bit. Oh wait, this is a Paquito. Wait, it's a Hilda roam. God damn, I did not expect a Hilda to roam.
Yeah. I did say that, right? They have to answer the Lilia somehow, and Hylos is just free gold for them.
But I don't really like the Hylos into the XP against the Paquito because he will be clearing up faster, and the rotation is definitely gonna be faster for the Paquito than the Hylos. So that will become an option for Win right now. If he does not pull that off, he's just chopped. But other than that, a big rotation coming through from Abstract as well, trying to give out vision here and there, which is what you usually want to do when you are a Marcel, so that you'll be able to get the level lead, XP lead. Onto the mid side, a bit of a poke coming through from the Hilda as well. This is what they want to do, right? They don't want to be bullied by the Lilia.
Okay, and let's see what will they do. Right now, a lot of poke being put in. The Lilia is paying off in dividends despite having a Roma who can constantly heal. And Debbie, if you noticed one thing from these players is that from the side of Curse, they love these late game centric drafts, man.
Actually, true.
And it's the first time
Even
it's actually paying off for them. Oh, but right now, the Lilia is so good with this Marcel, zoning them away. Bakshia, will he make it? Rio's retribution is pristine. Mystic Gush used to disengage. Lilia tries to get some space back in, but that is all she wrote from this team fight. The Curse and the jungler, man. Right now, Blade is. Oh my god, dude. Rio versus Blade. This is not looking good for Blade stats right now.
I told you, right? Blade is not the best in the retribution when we talked about him since the back of the days. But Rem,
Oh, Rem taken down really low. Will he taken down? The answer to that is no. Kisaki dodging those hits, moving around, breaks out the flicker from Abstract. And that is big. That is big right now. But oh, Paquito win in the backline, using up the knockout strike to complete that kill. Kisaki will fall, and now Kon Esports is going to be the first one to get some kills on the scoreboard.
yeah, they did lose out the turtle, but they are good to actually having a good with the kill right now. But Rio, he's gonna be stealing onto the jungle camp with jungle crit right now from Blade, so that's definitely gonna be giving him a bit of a level lead right now, along with the turtle. So that's definitely gonna be a good sign for Boxia, especially when it is against the Fredrin ride. Onto the mid lane, though, Abstract is gonna be getting saved a bit by Ramped as much as possible. But you know what? It's the lanings that are that. So I wanna see Kon Esports rotating more onto the bottom lane rather than the other lanes, so that they'll be able to bully the Leslie as much as possible.
Yep, and right now, I mean, all our predictions are going so wrong. I mean, it's so off a prediction with the way they've been playing. But right now, Win, what are you doing that deep against a Hylos, a Bakshia, and a Hilda, man? And you're gonna be taken down. You definitely are gonna pay the price for that engage. But right now, Bakshia taken down quite low by this Lilia, forced to use up. It's actually the Hilda who's getting quite low. The movement speed boost is bailing her out every single time, along with that passive.
This is what you don't really want to do. So man, you don't really want to die that early on. But dangerous grass, right? It's gonna be definitely a home for the Hilda, but that's definitely gonna be a good secure blade.
Whoa.
Okay.
What? I'm so confused as to what just happened. I couldn't understand anything.
Hayato, he's been wasting onto his Mystic Ghost as much as possible, but look at that taunt though.
Okay, taunt coming in. They're gonna get the bodies. Leslie quite low. Abstract chasing her down. Flicker forced out. Rio gets the kill on the blade. The Fredrin nowhere to go, nowhere to back out. And he is gonna be punished by his opponents over there.
Yeah, there was a misengagement coming through from their side as well, because if Skyden was going for the Blazing Duet as long as that he could, I think they could have get the kill. He was low, let's just say, but he got enough HP to survive. It was a bit too early for him to go back on time, and not on time, but yeah, prematurely with the BMI. I think that's gonna be the cause of Blade's death. Now this time around, they're gonna have to wait for a win to come online, because when he is online, there's gonna be a lot of dive that he could do, I guess, especially against the Gore, as well as the Leslie that he can actually kill when he have at least 2 of his items ready.
I mean, at this point, it's all based on the execution. But look at that complete flank coming in, as Kaizen is going to help his team take down this flawless on the Leslie, getting home their first turret on the bot side. Top has already been taken down by Win. And slowly but surely, it looks like Kon Esports is finally getting some control for themselves. But right as we speak, there's the engage coming in by Hilda. She gets poked down to half HP, getting poked out by Blade, forced to use up the Revitalize as Hylos procs it. And there's the Glorious Pathway used up defensively. Mystic Gush. Oh my god! Big play coming in by the Marcel. They failed to capitalize on it. The zone coming in by the Bakshia did pay off this time. But it looks like Curse is completely getting zoned away from these fights. The Paquito, along with Marcel, they take out Kisaki. They're gonna get the mid lane. And right now, Hayato, man, he's barely getting to join in these team fights. Win with the double. Appraiser's Wrath landing onto Brian. But the damage is too less. But Win right now really popping off with that Paquito.
Yep, definitely doing so much better than he did into the first game. 3 is the count of his kills that he had so far right now. Early game, really done well. He was able to get the turrets down as well. This is the reason why I don't like the highlights into the XP lane, by the way. You cannot really put that Paquito into the lane or imprison him. That really doesn't happen. But on the other hand, they were able to take down onto the bottom lane as well. So this is going to be a good rotation now. It's going to be a free farm from the top lane for Skyzen as well. And this time around, finally, Abstract and Skyzen are playing together. This is what I wanted to see into that first game as well, and that haven't been happening. But this is a Marcel after all, who have a very much better rotation in comparison to the Atlas.
I mean, it is not looking good right now for the side of Curse. The Hayato is being completely zoned away by the opposition, not getting a chance to play right now. Every single time he goes in for a fight, he's flickering out.
Fury?
Once again, Brian, this Lilia, man, she's doing so good for them. Win, Appraiser's Wrath, he has his S2. He's going to dive in. We can see him going for it, but a little too deep, but a triple kill for Remix with the support from the Paquito. Flicker used up as the Lilia will back off for now. Rio using up the Tortoise Bazans. Still, the gold creep gets stolen away by Blade. And this time, it's a complete reversal. It is Kon Esports who's putting on a show as Curse backing off.
Curse are backing out, but looking at the build so far, that's definitely going to be the glowing one into the hands of the gold here right now. Hayato is in need of the gold, the glowing one. That's what they're doing. But Rio, though, I think he ever says welcome a little bit.
I mean, right now, once again, there's a dive coming in. Abstract. Finally, a great Mystic Gush. Kaizen has to back off. Win opposite is going to pick up another kill onto this Hilda. The scoreboard 8-5. But the goal lead is still not as much as you would expect.
Yep, that's what they are waiting for here. But everything has been in favor for the side of Kon Esports because they have the turrets. They are able to get the control onto the boosters because of the Lilia. And they are doing everything that is into the paper right now, finally. But Blade being taken down again by the Leslie, really not the best scenario. But then again, he still have time because the Lord is going to be up right now. And he's going to be up too. And they are trying to set up for the Lord here. And well, that Curse might not be trying to go for the contest here either.
Okay, once again, there's the fight coming in. Huge set coming in by Abstract. And by immobilizing all those members, Brian had no one to give him the support as Kon Esports finally will move on to this Lord. The second Lord they take in this series. And hopefully this one they sync up.
Yep, they will be able to sync up pretty well here. And now, there we go. Even without the Lord, they are able to take out the turrets here onto the bottom lane. But onto the brightest side for Red Forest Flawless, he was able to get the top turrets too. So, wait and engage.
No big blazing duets, Kaizen. But he does not get anybody just yet. I feel like it was a little too early to be doing that.
Yep, that's what you don't want to do. But onto the brighter side, he's not really taken down, so that's definitely going to be a good sign. You know what? Just go, be very disciplined. If you have the Lord, don't go for the engagement. Come on. How many times I'm going to have to repeat that? But other than that, it's definitely going to be fine because it's a Paquito after all. With the damage reduction that he had, he will still be able to survive. But now, with the Lord coming into the top lane side, with the lack of clearance coming through from Curse as well. Look at that engage though.
Mystic Gush used up right now. There's a big L coming in by the side of Marcel. Hayato nearly taken down over there. Blade gets a kill. Win makes it 2. 3 members of Curse surviving, but they have to back off as the Lord crashes on the top side. And right now, Leslie diving in too deep will be punished. Double kill for Win. There's the cleanup. They finally get the kill onto Win. Will they survive? I doubt so. The Lord is still standing. Skyzen is locking onto the turret. And with that, this is a 1-1 series, folks. We have a tiebreaker at our hands.
Finally, game number 3 is what we're waiting for, and we're going to be getting it. Kon Esports finally settling out their scores that they wanted to do since the start of the game. But yeah, that was actually very clean. Win popping off with the damage dealers that he's so ready to go for. That's what I'm saying, right? Give him the damage dealers, he will be able to do something out there, and that was a very good engagement. Early bit was a little bit iffy here and there. There was something of a bit uh, weirdness into the turtle contest or even the turtle takes, but I think it was more of the Curse doing better in that department, and they've been able to get the turtle as well, have a good lead against Blade on top of that. But yep. Curse, they cannot really respond to the way that the Paquito was playing. Win was so annoying to them. They were always having to the backlines, and you know what? This is why you don't want to send Highness into the lane as well, because the Paquito was so free into the farming.
I feel like Kon Esports, I mean, they went with a pretty stable draft. Curse was a little too excited with looking up matches and counters. The picks, while they did make sense, they were executed definitely terribly. Because you have such a high stake hero like the Leslie and the God, and both of them are
Yeah.
not being given space because every single time Curse is the one engaging when you were supposed to be playing a disengaged comp. You gave up the Fred, despite that being Fred and Lilia both. Two hard counters in range, two hard counters in the mid lane, and one in the melee. So overall, Curse completely collapsed over there. Kon Esports did their job, ended that game in record time.
I think I wanna give props to Rem as well, who's got the MVP for the game. He's so deserving of that too, because he was the one actually scouting out the boosters rather than Marcel. Because as we all know, Marcel is gonna be overstaying all the time, right? That's the way you wanna play the game. And Rustbin Abstract's doing that job really well. But if you look at the way that Rem has been playing the game, he's trying to check out and scout out the boosters. Like I said, he's a very aggressive mates player. And if you give him the heroes like the Lilia, he will do something like that, and he's actually doing it. And given the fact that he used to be a roamer, he knows where the boosters are gonna be in danger, which boosters is gonna be in danger, and he was doing so well in giving out those vision on top of that, and he did a lot of damage too in comparison to the other team. He's got more damage than Skyzen as well, so that is definitely gonna be a good sign when you play a Lilia.
For sure, Debbie. And right now, looking at the stats, while you do have a significant amount of damage dealt by the Leslie, most of it has really been on the Fredrin, man, and that is not good. I mean, you took. I mean, they. I think Curse got a little too confident in that previous match, or maybe they kind of overplayed their hand over there. Maybe I
Mm.
would have taken a Beatrix over the Leslie. I mean, it's a little too much. I mean, they cooked, but I think they cooked a little too much over here.
Yeah, no, Leslie. Yeah, we were actually not really happy about the Leslie either, because it's gonna be a solely for the lane. After the laning phase, what's the point of the Leslie? It's gonna be that's completely unacceptable. And for Con, they know that the Leslie would become a problem if they let him go for the free lane. So they have been consistently going into the bot lane side, right, into the gold lane, and they haven't been letting the Leslie do the laning thing, which the COD usually is good in. But when you play a Leslie, it's gonna be better for the lane only. But look at that, Rich guy is actually Mr. Win onto the Paquito. I did not expect that coming, but hey. The carry will be Rem onto the Lilia, because as expected, that is his first priority pick after the Lunox, by the way. And Sandbag is gonna be the Hilda. That's gonna be Green Forest Kisaki this time around, and not onto the support heroes, but he's really doing well. But I was thinking maybe Rem would be the one with the wingman. Not Rem, Abstract would be the one with the wingman, but Rem was everywhere in this place, man.
Yeah, and Paquito, interestingly, that XP lane was so good. He has been stacked over there. He's gonna pick up the rich guy accolade over there. But if we really, I mean, if we think about Curse, they thought they were prepared for the Lilia. They picked up three picks to confuse and throw off the draft of Kon Esports. And despite
Yeah.
that, win from the start. I mean, Win won his lane. Rem was dominating that mid lane, prevent, and Marcel was constantly there with him, making sure that his team had ample space. The only two people they had to be worried about was the Leslie and God. Every single time the God tried to join a fight, he's getting pushed away by the Marcel, forced to flicker out, or he just gets ulted and he's stuck not being able to do anything. And Brian chipped out every single time. A really good way of picking off, despite going in for a five-man dive, they picked off those members one by one, and that's all. That's all it was.
That's all. I think really this time around, Abstract and Skyzen also did the thing that they were supposed to do, staying together, giving out vision here and there from Abstract as well, and not getting caught into those mist of it all. That's why it's important that your goal laner and your roamer have a very equal synergy to each other too. And the Curse really expected them to play the way that they did into the game number 1 as well, trying to see if Skyzen was isolated, and he really wasn't. That became a problem for their side. They should have known better when they saw that Abstract is always going to be around Skies, and then they could have taken onto the opposite sides as well. But yes, they did play that early game very well. The early game was so good. They did so well. They did wonderful. They did amazing. But when it comes down to the later part of the game where the Leslie pick should be working, it didn't really work. Because let's face it, man, this is a meta where you don't really see those skill dependent marksmen really pull off, right? It's always gonna be the basic attacks marksman, and we could see with the way that the Courage were playing, they weren't able to use the Leslie where they were supposed to, because let's also face it, man, Leslie needs kind of that snowball early game so that you'll be able to tank out for her and give her a free hit.
Yeah, and despite having the glorious pathway, they didn't have any real source of group crowd control. You had a Baksha, you had 3 tanks. None of them can give you a set that the god can play off on, because that was something he was struggling with every single time. Baksha taunts one guy for like, he gives 1 stun. Hilda has like 1 nanosecond of a stun. Same thing for the Hylos. And by that time, the guy just dashes away. Win just dashes to the side, and then God has to readjust his entire ultimate, and he gets picked off every single time. So overall, I feel like Curse has to hold their horses. They did good in game 1. They had the draft. What they did made perfect sense. I feel like they went a little too deep this time. Kon Esports had a really good recovery after their off performance in game 1. So the question is, which team is going to hold on and stay in the Mythic Showdown, Debbie?
That's what we're waiting for, right? Game number 3 will be the decider of who's gonna be going. And I think these teams are toe-to-toe against each other as well. So, what I'm thinking is Kon might eventually put something in good favor for Blade, because I don't think you want to play Blade on a hero that has to contest the turtles, because it's not really him. Rio's just better onto the retribution. Yes, I said it. But let's see though. By far. Let's see though. Akai ban's definitely gonna happen from Kon. And the Phobias as well. Marcel taken away as well as the Freya. So they miss a ban. What other heroes they banned from Kon though? Matilda? Oh.
Okay, that's a very fast draft coming in. Marcel, Freya taken down by the side of Curse. They do have the first pick once again. Kon Esports will still respect that Akai. They have to take it out. They don't want to play against it. They also take out this Guni. This is the Flying Cloud map this time.
Flying Cloud, so you gotta be fast, you gotta be brawly, and we love brawly in Mythic Showdown. So let's see though, first pick. Oh, that's definitely gonna be the Lilia coming through, number 1, and Kon will stick to the Paquito. I don't know why you don't want to prioritize onto the Paquito, man. Or maybe Curse did not play the Paquito. That has to be it. So what did they pair it together with? So is this gonna be another Cloud for Skyzen or Carry?
Okay, I do like that early Lilia pick, because now it's just a Fred and Baksha open, and ideally Kon Esports would be prepared for one of these picks, because so far Rio has only shown us tank jungles in this match. They do love playing around that tank jungle. So now you're kind of forced, if you really want to answer the tank, you have to go in for the God or you have to go in for a Valir. Both which are a little more risky. But do you think that Lilia pick was so important that they had to give up the Paquito? Because we've seen how Win was in the last match.
Oh, I think it wasn't really worth it to give up the Paquito for the Lilia. But then again, maybe Curse are thinking, if we pick up the Lilia, whatever jungle that they will bring, it's gonna be the utility. So we will be able to counter it that easy. So yeah, now Kon is biting the bait that Curse is setting up for them. This is going to be the Baksha, Paquito again. This is a combination that you really want to see. Bit of a utility into the jungle, a damage into the XP laner, and then you can do anything into the mid side and to the gold lane side as well. So Carry coming into play, a very good answer for the Baksha, but Baldudu, they need to have a very bursty mates for the side of Kon Esports here now.
For sure. And at the same time, I feel like Curse is going to be going for. I feel like they picked up the carry a little too early at this point. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for the carry pickup. I would rather take the Fredrin picked up because now it's most likely going to be banned in the second phase. But and they might pair it up with an Arlot or a Sora because they're in dire need of crowd control, like group CC specifically. They need solid group CC as a set, and Fred would be someone who could like neutralize that draft. But that you did say burst pick, and Rem has heard the answers. He will be going for the Lunox. You did say that is his one of his favorite picks, if not the most prioritized pick for him. So the Lunox is going to be picked up, Debbie. You did predict this draft this time, for sure.
It's just because if it was different person, they wouldn't be going for the Lunox, right? Because this is Rem, and he's really comfortable into the busty heroes like the Lunox. And then they really love going for the Lilia. He loved the Lunox, the Lilia, the Gimmies, and the Yif, mind you. And then he doesn't really play the God much, so that's about it. But yeah, Bursty and Comfort, that's his hero pool. And we can see that they are banning away the Fred Twin. So this is gonna be a bit of a contest onto the utilities as well. So now for Curse, they have to bring out something entirely different into the damage dealer side because no utility is left open for them because they are the one banning away the Barats again. Kon, they're doing their job, man. I say.
Yeah, Kon is reading this out, and this is what Debbie, they should have picked up that tank jungle earlier. I don't think that, yeah, because the carry. I mean, you know that the tank jungle is coming, but there were so many options in the gold lane open. You had the Claude, the Moskov, and the carry was still open, and it's only like one of them, two of them would still always be open for you. But yeah, now Curse is in a bit of an awkward spot. They have to go for something tanky, and I think it might be the Xborg or something around that sort, because anything else squishier than that, they're gonna struggle.
That's what, even though it's not really the hero that you really are going to be playing all the time, it's good against the Baksha, so definitely a very good sign if they want to go for the Xbox. But I don't, it's really tough to play Xbox in this current patch, but then again, it's still going to be okay. The Balman is available. I don't like Balman, I'm just putting it out there if they want to go for, but Kon Esports. Now, if they want to secure the Marksman, it's definitely okay. But they can still pick up the heroes for the room. Marcel is gone. This is what the Matilda is definitely gonna be. Kaza? Okay.
Okay, I like it. I actually like it. I mean, since the Lilia is gonna be coming in very aggressively, if they can burst her down, because they have the Nox now. They have a Lunox and a pack. So if they can burst her down during that Divine Judgment, which most likely they should be able to, with looking at the comp that Kon has, that is a great thing. And it's the same for the carry, because the second you lose one of these two, that's a huge source of damage that you will be losing out. So Curse will have to be a lot more careful. Even Matilda cannot be as aggressive as she likes anymore. She has to be a lot more careful with those dashes and those ults.
And there's the combination, right, with the Lunox and the Gaza as well. So beautiful. I think even the Matilda can get ulted here, right, by the Gaza, so that's definitely gonna be a good sign, like I said. But hey, Marty's coming to. Okay, this is the new hero that we were thinking. I mean, I did not expect the Marty's, but I was hoping that the Curse Rio would bring out something that's out of the box. And there we go, out of the box hero, it's gonna be the Marty's here. And the Brody on top of that, this is definitely not something that Kon Esports usually are good at playing, because Kaizen is really good onto the losing hero side, but he's actually into the winning lane this time around, so I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to how he's gonna be able to play, because it's a Brody. You wanna get the Brody out of the lane as fast as possible.
And like, see, once again, the pick coming in by the Curse makes sense, because you have the Lilia to shred them down. You have the carry who also does the shred, and you just need that Martis who's gonna drop the execute, deal guaranteed true damage the second they blow. So it does make sense. You have a lot of true damage, a lot of poke, a lot of burst. But the question is, will they really be given that much space by the early game burst? Will they really be able to succeed in catching this Lunox? Because so far, looking at the draft, Lapu alone diving a Lunox is difficult. I mean, he could bait out the light form, but it's a lot of pressure put onto this Lapu.
Yep, a lot of pressure, man. That's definitely not going to be a good sign if they are going to be handling down onto the pressure here. But yep, Martis onto the jungle, which I don't really, we don't really see, is definitely going to be doing something out here. Clarence, I don't know. It's definitely going to be the Baksha who does have the better clearance here. Into the mid side though, there's going to be a poke coming through from the side of Hayato here, turning the tide around into that second game first. But yeah, it's a Lunox, right? So you're definitely going to be having a mid lane win if you are a Lilia after all.
And right now, speaking of Win, he's doing a much better job in lane compared to the Lapu, at least in these early few minutes. The Paquito is so annoying to deal with. Usually, we used to say the same about Lapu, but right now, the Paquito damage, man, on that skill 2 is it's a menace. It's an absolute menace.
It's a Paquito who have a very good laning phase and into the mid side, but the Lilia is definitely going to be onto the winning side. But then again, the help of Abstract. They're trying to have a very good clearance, good rotation coming through from Blade as well. Already level 3, trying to go for the level 4 onto the blue buff. Here, they will be able to do something out here because the turtle will be into the bot lane side here, and they're focusing a bit onto the bot lane here. Again, Brian Fury onto the Lapu Lapu. He needs to go to get that level 4 so that he will be able to catch up to the rotation that the Paquito win should be doing.
Hmm. And right now, score is, I think it's pretty much the same game so far. Brian and Pack will be going head to head in that lane. And I feel like while we're talking so much, oh, big flicker baited out. And I feel like that lane freeze, Remix was a little too, keen on getting that level 4 spike.
Yeah,
A
I
little
think it's
too
okay.
keen and he paid that
It's
flicker out, but
yeah. But then again, with the turtle set coming to the side of Kon Esports, right? They are trying to go for the set. Oh, damage!
Oh, who's gonna get that turtle? It's gonna be Blade this time, picking up the retribution. There's the re-engage coming in, and finally he does get that retri, but they're going in for more. They don't just want the turtle, they want a few kills. As first blood picked up by Blade, he wants the cake and he'll eat it too. Takes down Brian and gets that turtle, and will move on to invade that jungle along with Win. They're gonna clean up that bot side. Kon Esports with a good start, a great start actually.
Yep, a great start. And now they are trying to go for the top lane level 4 already for Abstract, and they are baiting already the flicker from Red Forest here. So this is definitely going to be a very, very good laning phase for the side of Skyzen as well. But Win, what are you doing? Okay. I was hoping you was trying to go for the kill onto the, onto Brian, but hey, that's definitely going to be fine.
I mean, it's a little not worth it, but right now in the mid lane, that river is dangerous, and it's gonna be a heavy mistake coming in by the side of your Matilda. But right now on the bot side, Brian Fury, man, wrecking havoc, but Win is still surviving. He's gonna get the kill! The shield from the pack and that knockout strike, man. The no cooldown on these pack, man, it's just too much.
The Pac-Man, the money, Pagwao. And I think that this is definitely going to be a good sign for Kon Esports right now. They have 3 kills all across the board in all lanes now. So this is definitely them showing that they are still into their game. And even with the winning side focus onto the mid lane, they haven't been able to rotate out faster because there's always going to be a win. Okay, he's going to try to go for the top lane again. No flicker.
And there's the Divine Judgment picking these bodies up. Remix will be getting that kill. And 0-4 for Kon Esports right now. They're doing so good in this early game. They're making sure they want to finish this game off as soon as possible. Win is back online, diving in. Revitalize baited out.
Yep. And they'll try to go for the blue buff again. Win. Okay, he's still gonna be surviving, but I think he's trying to give away his lane. Oh, I feel like it's really fine for FP laners to leave their lane if they are able to get a trade out into the other lane, especially when you are playing a hero that needs the snowball into the goal lane side. So are we expecting a 1v1 again? But definitely not. They are trying to stay as open as possible. But the turtle again into the hands of Blade with the lack of contest from the curse, because they don't really have the way to contest it either. So they are waiting for it though.
At this point, I think Brian knows what's up. Win is too hot to handle right now with the amount of damage he's dealing on that pack. Remix, taking another kill. And this is the value of that Kaja. They are absolutely shredding this early Lilia pick. I mean, Lilia and carry at the same time. Too many bodies. But look at that. When he goes in deep, he makes the misplay, and Brian punishes him for it. But the shield value is too high. It's just too high.
Yeah. It's just too high, man. And it's not really the best to brawl against a Paquito, because even if you die, even if you are able to lower his HPs, he's always definitely gonna be able to survive. Looking at the build so far, Skyzen, which is what I'm expecting, is definitely gonna be going for the Sky Piercer. Definitely needed for the Brody. It's so worth it if you build the Sky Piercer. On top of that, so War X is gonna be the first build for the side of Brian Fury, and Win is trying to go for put a bit of a rapid burst and a movement here with the damage from the Hunter Strike as well. So they're trying to go for the split push potential, which we wanted him to go for as well, especially against the Paquito, right? Mid lane, trying to be a bit focused.
Oh, big Divine Judgment once again. Flawless taken down. Lunox using up the light form. Wayne dives in onto the back line, takes down Kisaki. Skyzen gets the turret, and it is only your Martis who's going to survive. And the answer is not for long, as a torn apart memory takes down the jungler. And that's 3 bodies lost for Curse, and the scoreboard is 0-8. But despite that, how is the goal lead? Okay, I think is the numbers off. How is it still only a 4K goal lead? It's crazy. How is Curse doing that?
Yeah.
Well, it's still the second.
Still
third
holding on to the
turn.
amount of goldie that they can. Yeah, oh, it's still fine, still fine. 0-8 is the score, right? And now there we go. It's definitely going to be a good setup. Mid lane abstract.
Abstract does try to give them the play, but it's not going to happen just yet. He's holding on to the Divine Judgment. He's keeping himself safe. The flicker is still on cooldown, and until then, Abstract is likely to not show himself. There's Brian using up the ultimate. Will be taken down by the torn apart memory of Skyzen. 3-0 is the score. Make it some more. Rio gets a shutdown. Remix as he finally dove in a little too deep. This is the first kill Curse registered on their scoreboard. A much needed breath of relief, but they have lost all outer turrets except for that bot lane.
And the thing is, oh wait. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Right, the thing is, this is the classic Ram aggression that we are seeing, right? He's definitely going in when it wasn't really necessary, because they already got a kill onto the hands of guys and they could have backed away very easily. But onto the other side, Abstract is trying to go for some of a play, because he have the flicker and the divine Judgment already, and whoever he gets, and I'm pretty sure he will get someone, they will be able to press him down, especially even if it's the Matilda. Look at that.
Martis gets the kill on Abstract. He's looking for some more, but Skyzen is there to take him down. There's the diamond by Win. Double crowd control with the shield unity. Remix gets the kill onto the Lapu. And right now, Brian Fury, man, this dude is getting bodied by the opponents right now. He's just a damage soak at this point. Poor guy.
Yeah. The HP based damages are coming through here, especially against the Lapu Lapu. You really don't stand a chance even if you have a lot of seal, but Blade perfect with the zoning potential coming through. They are able to take down onto the mid outer turret again. It's only the 8th minute of the game and they are doing so well, and Brody is already online, which means he have a lot of stacks, and whoever they engage upon they will be able to get a kill onto, and they are waiting for that with Lord coming up. The long lane set up for themselves from the side of Kon Esports. This definitely will be a free Lord.
Okay, the Lord is gonna be taken down. No contest coming in whatsoever by Curse. And I don't know. They don't really have too much lane clear, and the lane clear that they do have is always getting picked away by Abstract and Remix.
Yeah, and this is kind of tough for them. There's nothing to say about the way that they have been able to go for the perfect engages, especially when it is Ikata. And now with the Lord merging into the mid side, it's a bit. They also have a bit of time to set up for the long lanes. This is perfect for Kon Esports. Now, Curse, it's gonna be dependent onto their hands whether they will be able to clear it or not. Oh, flicker.
Oh, yeah, just the same thing again and again and again. Rough, man, it's rough. It's rough. The mid lane will somehow be left standing. Somehow it stands. But Remix will be taking down the top lane turret. Somehow mid is still standing on. Matilda uses up the ult. Torn apart memory will be slightly out of range. And Skyzen I mean, Kisaki will have to thank his stars as Kaizen's ult was not in range. But there's Wind diving back in. Brian Fury really low. Tonopart memory coming in. Right now, so many bodies, so much damage dealt. They somehow hold on, nearly get the kill on the remix. Wind dives back in, will survive, forced to flick it out, and they will hold on for now. Oh my god, Brian Fury in the back will get the kill. But was it worth it taking down Remix? As Kaizen's gonna get a double kill. They only have 3 bodies left to stand. Abstract still has the divine judgment. Finally uses it. Gets the kill on Rio. It's only the carry. And this Lilia having to defend these waves. Will they be able to pull off this impossible? And the answer to that is no. This will be the end of Curse's journey in the Mythic Showdown as the amazing team Kon Esports will be taking it forward. Tough luck.
A tough luck and close call. Finally, Kon Esports really understand the fundamentals of their draft. They were drafting for a Brody, and now they are pulling out the Brody so well, especially into the early stages of the game where they were playing against for the Brody and taking him out of the lane so that he will be able to stack the Sky Piece. And then Skyzen really doing well in this game as well. But I want to give more of the credits onto the hands of Abstract here this time around. Really Flicker, Divine Judgment, and he's definitely got those setups here. And look at the MVP of the match. It's definitely gonna be Skyzen from the goal lane side.
6 and 6. There is no way to stop this guy. Was not able to get marked at all. The only person who had a chance was Brian, and he was forced to address the threat that Remix dealt. Maybe Remix could have got that MVP if he wasn't so damn aggressive onto that, mage. He was like,
Mhm.
I need to stack my pierces before Skyzen does. I mean, it's like, I think that was a target those two had. But
Yep.
that is going to be all she wrote. I feel like Curse, they had the potential. We saw what they could do in game 1. They were so good, but they have been way too excited with these drafts, and they have fallen short multiple times on that.
Yeah, multiple times at that too, and definitely not good sign if you're going against these high damage heroes. But I think the Martyrs pick was actually a big wonder for me. I did not really like it either. But on to the other hand, Kon Esports, they really did so well with the way that they read their opponent. They know that if they ban out the Akai, they will be able to have a better time, right? They are actually banning away all the utility jungles, and that kind of stopped Rio from doing the things that he did onto that game number 1 and 2. And now he's so put into the back foot that there wasn't way for him to have a survivability. Because if you know a Martis is really dependent on that early game momentum where he can stack the Sky Piercer, get the decimation targets, and have those damages. And I don't think he really have that because it was a Matilda after all. They don't have a frontliner. The Lapu Lapu was supposed to be the one doing that, but he was busy into the lane as well because it's a Paquito after all.
Yeah, man. Rough game overall. But this is the things you need to learn if you want to stay competitive. And this time, Kon Esports was the better team throughout the series. Maybe if this was not a best of 3, like it was so far in the Swiss stage, maybe Kon Esports would be talking a very different tale right now. But that is
Yeah.
not how it works in Moba 5v5 and Mythic Showdown. Curse will have to bid farewell to this is the end of their journey. A good effort, but ultimately they fall short. Kon Esports is still gonna hold on for now, but they are not out of the hot oil just yet, man. They're still, they barely made it out, and they're still, hanging by a thread.
Hanging by a thread, but then again, cursed. They were doing better than I expect them to do because they were coming from the qualifiers, like we already mentioned, and they just did so well in what I see because this hasn't been the best run for them, and as well as it is for Kon Esports. But for Kon, they understand the opponent's lineup and so much better because I also think that they could have adjusted it well by banning out the Paquito, but they gave away the Paquito again. But yep, it was done after all, and Kon Esports just played the game into the best of 3 so much better.
Yup, and with that, viewers, this has been Debbie my really amazing co-caster, and this is Ball2. We will be signing off for tonight. Do check out the Discord, the official Discord. All updates are posted over there. Keep tuning into the streams. Like, share, and subscribe to all of the social media of War Drums. And this is us signing off for now. Good night.
Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear the rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place.